Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first session, session 0 of Vampire the Masquerade, the Frostbitten, a campaign that will be taking place in Lewiston, Auburn, a much smaller town than vampires usually find themselves in. Sure, there's a lot of space, but not a lot of people, and how will these people compete over the limited resources they have? We're gonna figure that out later, because right now, it's New Year's Eve, and everyone is getting ready to celebrate. All across the Kindred Society, people have been invited to a special Elysium,
I don't
not for
wanna.
the purposes of discussing boring politics like usual, but for celebration to bring about the new year and the new Camarilla. Now, which one of our players would like to go first?
I'll go first because I already did what my character was doing. I don't wanna. Why do I have to go to this?
Uh,
No,
these
that.
are fair.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Fairkeeps, and he's like, no, I don't want to go.
Ebenezer Fairkeep sighs as he turns to you in the car. You know, it's going to look even more suspicious if you never go to anything ever. They
If
know
I
you
didn't,
exist.
if I didn't go to anything ever, they wouldn't know I existed. But that's beside the point. I literally go into. I literally go into day sleep at the other Elysiums. It's not like this is any different.
I still don't even understand how you put yourself into that at will.
It's so boring. God, thank God the prince or whoever the hell else is there just gives you a note of whatever the hell they want us to do.
Yeah, that's gonna get us more. That's gonna get them more pissed off at us, though.
It isn't as
We
if you.
gotta. Hmm?
It isn't as if you don't do anything that's not gonna piss them off anyways.
At least we try.
Ugh, I guess.
Unless we're having this conversation too loudly, anyways. Too near people with aspects. Listen. Just head in there, have fun. You only need to stay till the countdown. Then you can go.
My God. I just don't like people here anyway. Half the people here anyways, but I'll just deal with it. Fine.
You're gonna be fine. Stop being overdramatic.
You're.
Ebenezer Fairkeep opens up the door and opens up the door and steps out, guiding you along as well.
Ebenezer's the father of the kid I saved, right? Okay. It just sounds like a super old name, like he's the grandpa. But either way, that works.
Well, he's old enough to be.
Well, yeah, all of us are.
That's not necessarily true.
Oh.
By all of us, I mean everyone in the Fairkeep
how
family.
I like how Ebenezer looks.
Yeah,
Oh, hold
he's
on.
this man with messy brown hair who's adjusting the glasses he doesn't actually need but keeps anyways.
Same with, yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't describe my character's shit. Hold on, I don't have the image here on this one because it's on my other computer. But
he pulls off. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Henri is a. I'm gonna say 5 foot. I'm a 10 white dude. I'm with long hair, about down to above his shoulders, where he could get in a slight ponytail if he wanted to. A red bandana fully covering his forehead, but sometimes it's like the bandanas where they just have it fully over their head, like a fucking do-rag. There we go. And it also wears glasses.
Is it just me, or does he kind of look like Sam from Supernatural?
Huh. Yeah, no, I see it.
Honestly, he has like the jawline of Chad.
What?
The Chad meme guy.
Yeah, you can see him as the image that we all have our characters as images, so but they're very small in comparison. So I'm just saying it out loud for other people who are just listening in instead of looking at the video.
Yeah, Ebenezer's a bit shorter than you. He's around 5'8", and walking next to you, adjusting his tie, which seems like he barely even knows how to actually tie it as he tucks it into his shirt. Tucks it under the vest he's wearing, and he knocks on the door, where there's a pause for a second before A smiling face opens it up to greet all of you as Officer Cypress looks down at everyone. Hey, nice of you to make it out here. Hey, nice for you guys to make it out here.
Is this the sheriff?
Yep.
What was this?
He gives granddad energy.
Welcome. Nice to see the Hector out here this late. You can just call us the Fairkeep, Ebenezer says. Okay, alright. Welcome in, y'all. He gives you guys both a wide smile as he lets you in. There's not a lot of vampires in Lewiston Auburn. It's maybe 20 tops. Like 27, I think, is a number you've heard thrown out at least once.
Right.
Though, that doesn't mean that this party is dead, because it's actually staffed pretty full up with ghouls. They look ordinarily human, moving around, talking amongst each other, providing all sorts of amenities for everyone, blood bags for those who can drink that, offering up their own blood to their masters, and, staffing the bar with drinks, which vampires can stomach for a limited time, even some food for those of you who can handle that.
Yeah.
You take any opportunity to show that off, don't you? Ebenezer says, scratching the back of his head.
He has a full tray. He grabbed the tray from one of the ghouls walking by, and he's eating whatever the fuck it is. I'm guessing some kind of fruit thing.
There's like fruits, some chocolates.
It's
Nothing terribly fancy.
It's the only thing decently satiating, at least taste-wise, that I can deal with.
Blood tastes amazing. Stop pretending it doesn't.
You know I'd rather not anyways. That's beside the fucking point.
Not really a choice.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm gonna cut away from that and ask who wants to go next.
Why don't we just go down the line so Henry's
Yeah, let
Okay,
Henry.
or the other
Why?
Henry?
It is 2 days into your unlife after a horrible accident has left you like this. It has been a confusing time, to say the least. A really, really bad and confusing time for you. And you have been taken care of by your grandsire after the person who sired you, in all technicality, died in a horrible accident. And that leaves him to have to take care of you. Dustin Haji is his name. Haji. And he is a Banu Hakim in the area, overlooking a offshoot of the... Audience at home. I'm new to Vampire the Masquerade. It has a lot of long, confusing words for things. Forgive me that I'm gonna mispronounce most of them.
No, never.
Always.
Maybe sometimes.
I love the spectrum we got going here.
We are a
that's great.
spectrum.
Always and forever. Always and forever.
Okay, let me look at this again, see if I can see if I can pronounce it correctly.
If you want to spell it out in the chat, I might. Maybe. I might also mispronounce it, but it's worth a shot.
I'm just trying to see if we can actually find the word real quick.
Silent. Definitely.
Silence is deafening. Always.
I'm sorry, I'm
Good
looking
silence.
up.
Listen, it's not my fault the silence is disabled in some way.
This ad break has been brought to you by Power Rangers Fate.
And the,
Shut up!
as of right now, permanently disbanded Dragon Ball idiots.
Not permanently. It's
As
not
of right
just-
now, that's why I said as of right now, permanently disbanded.
It's still temporary.
Man's over here like.
I just said temporarily in a different way. That's why I said as of right now, permanently disbanded.
It took us like 6 months to set up those character sheets. It ain't disbanded. That took way too long.
I just said temporarily in a different way. I said
It's
as of right now,
disbanded.
terminally.
Terminally.
It may or may not die because the system's still being updated due to the people doing it got sick with COVID and the flu. I think at the same time, which is
And they
terrifying.
died.
And then they accidentally hit the delete all button, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Well, no, they just changed the form. They accidentally fucked up the formatting. They deleted the old format, so now it just looks different. The website.
And for a brief time, everything was just gone. Just
They've gotten through all the alternate forms. Now I think all they have to do for like transformation stuff now is legendary forms.
The Asharaya, I believe. Sorry, it took me a while to find the name. The Asharaya.
commercial break is over.
He is a representative, technically, of the Asharaya, which is the Middle East, a Middle Eastern group that existed alongside the Camarilla and used to be an independent faction from it before the Second Inquisition kind of forced them to join with the Camarilla.
Okay.
You don't know too much about him. You haven't known him for that long. He's been a little bit standoffish, very upset about the death of his child, but he has been taking care of you in time. And right now, he is taking you to the Elysium alongside him, explaining a few things as you go. He turns to you and says, "You must be mindful. You must be mindful of the prince's rule. You must be not wrong. You must be mindful of what. You must be mindful of the prince's rules. You must be mindful of what he says. And you must most of all be mindful of your unusual circumstances. Many do not trust the Banu Hakim in these nights, even if we may be part of the Camarilla. And especially less so for us. Please, do your best to keep a cordial relationship and maintain your more eccentric personality traits." Steven, this bit relates to your character.
Unmute.
Huh? Huh?
It is times like these where I wish I went more into potence so I could flick you up the side of the head really hard for that.
What did I do? I spaced out.
Pay attention. This is important.
Okay.
Your very life is on the line, and I don't believe you are looking forward to dying again so soon.
I can't even. Yeah. Let's go with that.
Prince, we are meeting him. He is a powerful, incredibly powerful person. Far more powerful than I. It is our job to keep close to him, to watch over him. It is our job to try to stay on good terms with him, because if we do not, he may kill you. The Banu Hakim are not trusted in modern knights, at least in some areas. We are seen as Diablerists, above all else, ignoring our other fundamental cores. And I want you to be mindful of this as we approach, and approach with caution and full attention.
Alright, I'm gonna be very honest with you. You lost me at some places, but I understand. Prince, no anger, die immediately. Got it.
He sighs as he approaches the door, and he pulls out this very fancy-looking bottle of alcohol as Cypress opens up the door and takes it from him. "Oh, mighty kind of you! Thank you so much! Welcome to the party!" He gives it a little giggle and a laugh as you're let in. And then we're gonna move over to Alana, is the name you currently are going by, correct?
Yeah, that's my vampire name. Forced to use for reasons.
Your sire is moving alongside you. His
Quick question.
cane.
Is he in his more humanoid form or the other
You're outside
form?
right now, so he's in his more humanoid form.
Okay.
His cane is repeatedly hitting against the ground as he's moving, keeping up a good pace, and actually being slightly ahead of you as he turns and says, "My child, Bellatrix, we're approaching the party soon.
My character rolls her eyes at the name.
How long has it been since your last feeding?
Last night.
And how long has it been since we've renewed our bond?"
She deliberately does not answer that question.
1 week. We're going to up it again next.
Do we
Cornelius. Yes. Cornelius approaches the building, pulling up his cane and knocking on the door with it as Cypress opens it up. "Mighty fine to see you around here, Cornelius, especially in your handsome form." Cornelius just stares at him. "Right, right, welcome in." Uh, Cornelius first appears in the party as this, humanoid looking enough guy. He's got long black hair, these ostentatious sunglasses, this little hat. He's fairly tall, I'd say about 6 feet. But then as he enters the party, he starts to slender his form, his facial features melding off and growing taller, even slipping out of his clothing as he leaves it behind, other than these, baggy pants that he has on, as he assumes his more comfortable form.
That man's nasty.
Very.
Uh,
She doesn't say that out loud though, but she's thinking. Yeah.
and
Are we gonna do character interactions after we do everyone joining in?
yes,
Okay,
we're
cool.
just getting everyone to the party
Okay.
first.
Wait, did we already pass the sheriff?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
let you in.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Now, next, we're gonna do Nicholas. And where were you right before the start of the party?
Right before the start. He was getting off work, and he had just gotten off work, I should say,
Mhm.
returned to the mill and gotten dressed for the party.
Alright, as you're moving through the mill, one of your ghouls approaches you. One of your remnants, I should say, approaches you.
All right.
Let me look at your revenant's sheet. This white-haired man approaches you
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Boss, just thought you should know that client got back to us. That guy got back to us, the one that wanted to talk to you. What was it?
What do you end up
Jocko
saying?
Fremont? Jocko Fremont.
Hmm.
Says he knows something. The one that's supposed to be selling you some blood.
Hmm.
Apparently he's gotten his hands on some empty resonance."
That's actually very useful. What's the price he's selling?
Currently talking in the range of Currently he's talking in the range of low thousands. 1,500 was the price he threw out. But he also said he wanted to talk to you about possible ways to get down that price.
Nicholas rolls his eyes and just says, "It's always a
Good.
haggle with that man. But you can get shit bit cheaper than normal. Certainly
also
better
said
than the circulatory system."
Yeah, he did say that he wants you to meet him outside of town this time. He got too much. He After the incident, he doesn't want to draw any attention from the sheriff.
That boy is too dramatic.
Well, he doesn't
But-
have his reasons to be.
I understand why. And regardless, does it need to be answered right away?
He says he's already in town. He just wants to meet whenever you can.
Alright. We got the I got the Elysium right now.
We've got our
Everyone's
own
invited.
celebration lined up. Yeah, you can go. We have our own celebration lined up.
Sorry I can't make it to this year.
It's all good. Just so you know, though, apparently Connor wants to pick you. Apparently Connor said he wants to drive you.
That boy thinks for a moment. God, out of character, my brain's blanking on Connor.
That's not a character you know. That is the other Tremere in the area.
Oh.
Alright. I wouldn't mind having carpool with the only person of my clan other than me here. Surprising given that weekend thing.
Yeah, well, not a lot of people made it out of that. And apparently he didn't embrace during that time, he said.
That's a strange one. But I don't judge, and I hope I don't be judged.
You better
How do
hope.
I look? I'll point
just
out
fine.
right now, Nicholas is in an actual proper suit. Like a
Not like a
proper
cowboy.
party suit.
Not like a cowboy this time, Lance says, laughing and patting you on the shoulder. He's shirtless, as he pretty much always is.
At least I wear a shirt.
Hey, doesn't get that cold back here.
And is my fellow clan member here, or...
He's waiting out front.
Ah, good to know. My boy grabs his phone, puts it on silent. Not vibrate, not calling, silent. It might be a
Brave
party,
dude.
but it's still in Elysium.
Hey, maybe you just want to leave that here.
Fair enough, I know they get antsy about this type of stuff. Don't understand it, though.
Explicit ban from higher up.
Yeah.
He's already broken enough rules. I don't think he can break any more.
You know, sometimes I think moving here might end up being a mistake, but it doesn't seem that loud right now.
Let's hope it stays that way. He holds out his hand, indicating for you to give him the phone.
I carefully put the phone down. Say, please don't drop it this time.
I won't, he says, taking it from you.
And Nicholas says goodbye to everyone and heads out.
Okay. No, well, he did give me the dice for a reason. This guy looks like he'd have some decent decks. 3 dots.
Oh no.
Immediate failure. Crushes fucking
Ah,
hand.
fuck!
Let's give
It's
him a
gone.
dex roll.
Reduced to atoms.
Oh,
It just fucking note clips out of his hand.
Goes to the back rooms
Lol.
where all the Nerf bullets exist, apparently.
oh God,
Yeah?
no, Johnny, don't leave me, my son.
He dropped the dice again.
How?
You know
It
what?
might
It's
not
gone.
have
It's gone now.
no
It's out of here.
He
It doesn't
fucking
exist anymore.
does.
It hit the floor.
Hold. I think that's pretty telling of what this character's gonna do with the cell phone.
It was 3 successes on a 3. He grabbed it and did like a trick with it and still didn't drop it. He like threw it up in the air, spun it, and caught it.
I just look at him, I'm like, boy, don't test me.
He just laughs. Alright, dude, see you later. You get outside where there's this pretty unassuming suburban car. It's like a Prius.
Ugh.
With this man waiting inside it, windows rolled down,
I'm
timidly gripping on
sorry.
the steering
I'm
wheel.
sorry. Why is the penguin waiting on him?
Wait, is that Art of the Penguin?
No.
No, it just looks like him.
Looks like it.
Oswald
Sure, they are.
Cobblepot.
He does have this kind of long nose, the slicked back hair, these kind of rounded out ears. He's dressed a little too fancily even for like a college professor. Oh, to be fair, he's a community college professor, so up.
They're eccentric, okay?
And he's in a Prius. Ugh.
Oh, hey, there you are. I just wanted to give you a ride since I was around here.
Fair enough.
Oh my
How
god.
you been?
he's Tremere.
Just fine. How you been?
Pretty good. Was setting up a New Year's party before the announcement.
Mm.
That one's still happening, but you know how it is.
Well, I know how it is around here, but hey, New Year's is gonna be fun. They got all sorts of stuff all ready to go.
New year, new me, you know.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yay, another year of mortals watching New York on their televisions.
Hey, I mean, at least we're not in New York this time of year. Heard the Lupin out there are getting aggressive.
I don't want to think about that.
Do you mind if I put on some music while we drive?
No, not at all.
Heavy metal.
Honestly, I've been looking forward to a chance to talk about just about anything with you. Not often
yeah.
there's a single-digit amount of Tremere in a city, at least in my
There's a
experience.
single-digit amount of a lot of things out here.
Bubble gives sort of that knowing look over at him and just says, I got you on that.
Not a big place.
Like brain cells. Not a lot of those going around.
He legit puts this on.
That tracks.
Why does that fit?
My
That's
boy,
that fits
my
unreasonably
boy
well.
Nicholas just gets a look of confusion, processing, and says, strange? Is this one of your set, or
One of
this
my
radio?
one of my students introduced me to this song. I found myself quite enjoying it.
It
Well,
sounds
just
like
sort
we're
of
playing
taking a
Prius.
second to listen to it.
100% would be played in a Prius.
What are you
like some-
making
Fun of this guy, it's hilarious!
I'm making fun of the Prius.
You know, Connor? This
Yeah?
not Thin Blood, but this is good alchemy music if you're trying to learn it. I'd say.
I'm not really the biggest on my magical upkeeps. Other than sorcery, of course.
Boy just sighs and he's like, "You gotta keep up on that.
I try.
If you want, I could teach you some of the Well, one of the 2 rituals, I know. He thinks about it, he's like, what was it called? Seal the brand. That one's real useful. Just about
I
any
might
city
try.
you go to.
I might try it at some point. I've got my rituals. He keeps driving the car until you guys finally get there, and he steps out. Can you open up the door? I don't like having to deal with Cypress.
Yeah, I'll get you. My boy gets out of the car and is the first to enter.
The door opens up, and Cypress goes, "Hey there! Welcome! Glad you can make it! Oh, a double Tremere Knight, I see! A double Tremere Knight, I see! I can't decide what this guy's voice is. I don't want to go too southern with it. Anyways,
It's too late for that.
My boy
Cypress,
just looks and
goes
says,
up and...
good to see you too.
Oh, come on now, that's not enough, as he goes up and hugs both of you.
My boy hugs back.
Connor does not. He just looks uncomfortable, and he lets it go of both of you. Well, now, welcome in, folks, welcome in!
If
He
I have
waves
to
a
be,
hand.
if I have to be brutally honest, I was 100% expecting this guy to be like maniacal and like kind of sinister, and instead I got a guy named Jim.
His name's Connor, actually.
Exactly.
Same difference. What is the difference?
Connor Blackwater.
And as for not being as enthusiastic, this is just how I talk. You should know that. We've met before.
No, it's no problem, my friend. It's no problem. Every time I open my fucking mouth, it's a different goddamn voice.
Make
I
it
would-
canonical.
He just smacks his throat. Come on now.
Come
Sorry
on.
about that.
Didn't know we could get. I didn't know we could get coughs.
Letting his
I've been alive for
Malkavian
too
show
damn long, my
real
voice
early.
box.
Oh, by the way, that is something most of you would probably know by now. Just a fun fact for everyone. The sheriff is a Malkavian.
Alright.
Those are the
Yeah.
ones that are insane.
I definitely know it.
And
Now
I mean,
I
if
definitely
his
know what
voice
that is.
changes, that seems fine, honestly.
Those are the ones who, their clan bane is that they are mentally ill.
That tracks way too well.
Love that description.
Am I wrong?
Ooh,
How
I'm
did he
mentally
get sheriff?
ill.
How did he get to be a sheriff?
Why?
What
Carefully.
he's told.
Anyways,
Sorry. Give me a second. I'm looking for something.
Alright, the music's kind of growing on me.
Well, it's about to get stopped, so...
The music caught me off guard, not gonna lie. I suddenly heard the boom, ba-doom, bow, and I went, what the fuck?
We're playing Vampire. What's wrong with this music?
Looks at
Probably-
stereotypic
vampire
vampire
music.
music. This is very different than my,
Just because it's not
Script.
dubstep, Steven, doesn't mean it's not music.
no, it reads, flips page and script. It doesn't sound very maniacal.
Well, most vampires aren't maniacal. They're just fucking people.
honestly.
That's the fucking joke, damn it!
So, we are cutting over to your place, Oliver, where this
Hello,
music
hello.
is also diegetic.
What? I'm
Yes,
not good with the technology, but I keep up with the music. Come on now.
And Luis is the
So,
one.
Lu-
Oh my god, I haven't heard
Playing
this
it.
in forever.
Yeah, I've used this plenty of times. Speaking of which, Louise has walked into the kitchen behind you and gone, "Hey, Dad!"
Oh, look who it is, out of her room.
Ah, come on, get out of my room. What the? What? Anyways, what does that mean, Steven?
It's not even a
What?
GIF, it's just an image.
What was that?
Most random thing I've ever seen in my life.
Sorry, one of the players just posted a zombie cop or something in the chat?
I guarantee you,
Anyway.
someone's trying to send a GIF and he fucked up.
Anyways, Luis walks in the room behind and goes, "Hey, you got out of my room plenty. I was just trying.
Sure.
I get out of my room plenty. I just wanted to see you before you go off to that party."
Oh, it's not. I'll be back in. What time is it? He looks over to see the time. He's like, ah.
It's 8.
I'll be back in a while.
It's okay, Dad. You don't need to worry. I was just up talking to Kyle. We're, still trying to figure out if Henry's anywhere around.
The boyfriend?
Best friend.
But he's a boy. He's a boy and your friend, right? Does that not constitute?
Dad? No. I'm actually gonna need. Listen, Dad. I love you more than anything in the world. Knowing that I was raised by you is one of the best things I've ever known. If you keep talking like this about my missing friend, I am actually going to hurt you.
Okay, just because he hasn't texted you in 2 days does not mean that he's missing.
He was in a There was a car accident in which no one found a body. And do you know what the car's license plate lined up with?
No.
My missing friend! I was interviewed by the police!
You mean the police that harass me on the daily, right? Those?
Dad, I'm just saying, can we, treat this seriously?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's going to be a long night and I'm just having some fun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll tell you what. When I'm out on the road, I'll keep a lookout and see. If I see him, I'll let you know.
Okay,
if I don't
thanks,
find
Dad.
him first.
Now, can I ask for one more thing before you leave? She says, looking at you with these, innocent puppy dog eyes.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
No, I just want $20 for pizza.
Just be it's like, yeah, you can have $20 for pizza. Are you kidding me? What kind of dad do you think I am?
Well, she says, taking it from you.
Alright, don't stay up late.
You see how I feel about that? She says, giving you a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Oh.
See you
Alright.
later,
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Okay, Steven.
There you go, that's how you do it, Steven.
How the fuck do you send gifts? I don't get it! I don't understand!
Copy image address. Copy image address on the GIF.
The best part about this is I'm the one that's supposed to be technologically enabled.
Yeah, he's playing the La Sombra here, not you.
Copy image address. Go to here.
So you
I just
finally
imagine
live.
Steve.
There we go,
got
he
it.
did it, he did it.
Pushed over the computer trying to figure this
Dude, I
out.
did. I legitimately leaned forward. My back was at a
Like
85
clicking
degree
with
angle
single
arc.
fingers. All of us just calling Steven out right now.
Jesus Christ.
There's just a pillar of these memes now. Oh god.
Okay, now, Oliver,
Yes.
Ollie boy, Mercury, as you're also known,
Oi.
you arrived at the Elysium.
With my best bottle of scotch.
The door opens up as Cypress gives you a smile and a wave and goes, "Hey there! Glad to see you brought something good with you."
I know you're the scotch one, right? That's the
Oh,
one you
yes,
like.
I am.
Ah, for you then. And he'll hand him the scotch.
Finest drink to get drunk and vomit back up immediately.
I forgot that. Never mind. You know what? It's good to see you, Cypress.
It's good to see you too, Mercury.
I do like Poseidon. I puke it up and then swallow it back.
All of you guys enter in, and finally the party can start proper. Everyone's kind of off in their own groups. I would
I have groups.
particularly. Well, no, everyone's kind of just, I mean, like, in the way they're in their own kind of areas.
Gotcha.
I would, though, like to point out to. I'm hitting the say, sickest dance moves. Oliver, you have been told about Henri's current situation, but you haven't gotten to see him in flesh yet. Henri with a Y.
Hold on.
So I didn't know. I was under the assumption I had no idea.
I thought he didn't
He
know.
was super
Also,
fresh.
What? Yeah,
I thought he was super
you don't
fresh.
know. So
Okay.
you guys walk in, and I'm assuming there's an immediate four-way, like a three-way eye lock between Henri, Leilani, and Henri, Alana, and Oliver.
yeah.
Oh,
My character hit
hell.
the sickest dance
Oh,
moves.
hell
Sickest
no.
dance moves.
I wanted Ollie to first see Henry after like 2 days, and he was just dancing on the fucking dance floor. I want him to roll for dance. I want to see how good he's dancing to get Ollie's attention.
Can you roll me either a dexterity or charisma plus performance, whichever you have higher in.
Cool.
If you have no performance, whatever.
First roll of the campaign.
I'm getting
Oh, wait.
I'm
It's
getting
D-
that roll.
It's D10s.
Well, no, we're waiting
Well, yeah,
for him to roll.
it is.
dance
We're
moves.
One
seeing
more
how
time?
good he was before the eye lock.
Oh, okay.
God, I hope this is a failure.
One more time.
Either whichever you have higher in, dexterity or charisma plus performance.
How do you roll on this anyway? There's a thing. I've done this. I just don't remember.
Slash
Let me
V
show you.
roll.
Slash
I
V
can't-
roll, and then you put in the amount of dots you have.
All right, hear me out. So where am I putting this? The game room? Is that where I'm putting the dice
The
roll?
game
Okay.
room. The game
So is
room.
it slash?
V
Slash
roll.
V space roll, and then put in the amount of dice you have. Oh, along with actually put in one under the amount of dice you have with one hunger die.
Yeah, after you get the amount of dice, you click off that, and then hunger 1. And then
Yeah,
that
hunger
should
1.
roll it correctly.
Put the amount of dice you have, and then hunger
Like, hold
1.
on, let me...
Okay, I got you.
It would be very funny to have a messy.
I do believe it is a failure.
You are not
Total
busting
failure.
any sort of move.
How did you do that? It's slash roll.
V roll, vampire
Slash
roll.
V
I'm
roll.
gonna be very real with y'all. My character hitting that default Gmod default dance right now and having no worry about
No
it.
beat,
Having
no
no,
rhythm.
he don't care about anyone. He having fun. He on that dance floor.
There is at this point.
A two-way.
You put-
Do we
you-
see him? Do we see him? He
Why'd you
doesn't
put
see us
hunger
kinda
at
deal?
3? Hunger should have been a
But
1.
hunger at 1.
Oh, sorry, the hunger dice is 3. The D10 they rolled for hunger is 3. That's what happened. I was confused too. I got it.
Thanks. So you guys walk into this room, and so you walk in, you see him hitting that yoinky splinky, and then there's the four-way eye lock. There's the three-way eye lock, because I assume you guys finally register each other.
Yeah.
Oliver goes from he's smiling, he's happy because he actually likes coming to these parties, and then the second he sees Henri, gone.
Look over at my sire, and I'm like, Cornelius, may I please
Yes. You may be Belt Alana, he says, before worming away from you.
My character just stops. I think I know those two.
I-
Those two look oddly familiar.
I'm
I
walking.
rush
His,
over.
his
I'm
eye...
rushing him.
Henry's eyes just
I'm
split
like-
2
I'm
different
like-
ways.
I'm
You
like
got two-
speed walking.
Yeah, I am also speed walking. You got two other
Huh.
vampires
I think I
rushing
know
at you.
those two. They're getting close. I think I do. Oh my god, I think they know me. Ah!
Henry?
Hello?
To the corner we go. I'm gonna grab Henry by the back of his shirt.
What did I do this time? I'm sorry I missed your class.
I am standing. I am in the corner.
Class? I'm not a teacher.
I am in that corner, by the way. I don't think anybody can see me because I'm just invisible because I'm stood still.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not who I thought you were.
Steven,
Oh wait, no, you are who I thought you were.
I'm gonna choke the unlife out of you. Why are you dead?
All right, go, Beth.
If I remember correctly, Henry would be confused at Oliver being.
Yes, and Leilani. Both
I know,
of these
that's-
are very
that's what-
confusing.
So
Like,
I don't know. I don't know why y'all here. I don't know why I'm here. Well, I do know why I'm. But what? Explanation?
As this is happening, you. So you said you grabbed him like by the scruff of his neck or something, right?
Like the back of his collar to bring him to a corner so we could talk to him.
As that's happening, you feel a hand come onto you and separate you off as you look up, and you see Dustin, who just goes, "I would like you to take your hands off of my grandsire."
Oh,
that what I am?
okay,
Is that
so
the
this
same?
is. I'm gonna look at him. Oh, so this is
he
your
would've said-
problem.
he would have said grandchild, not grandsire.
Sorry, my grandchild.
Oh, so this, I was gonna look at you, look at this Dustin. Would I know him personally or no?
Yes, you would. He, from you were here when he got here. He came with the Somalian refugees.
Okay.
Along with he came by himself and instantly allowed himself to join the Camarilla, introduced himself properly and all that. He was already a vampire by the time he got here.
Yeah. By the way, even though that, Bonah's right there, and holding Oliver, I grab Henry in a hug.
Yeah, it's been. How long has it been? A year or two? I thought you were dead. In all honesty.
I mean, I pull away. I am.
Wait a minute! No, if you're here, that means you did die. Wait a minute! Oh, my brain's working. I'm starting to understand this now.
Henry?
Oliver is like looking back and forth between Dustin and Henry. He's just like,
How loud is this interaction?
Very.
I was
Decent.
just watching that.
And the other Henry has
You
two
ruined-
pieces of chocolate bites.
Is that, how do you pronounce it? Alana, correct? Is that the name I know you by?
No, you knew me by Leilani.
Okay, Leilani, let me tell you something.
Before you continue, it's now Alana.
Oh,
By the way.
I don't know. You know, I might just. Either this is me we're talking about. Once I know one name, I kind of can't switch.
Well,
can't.
you're going to have to because might get killed if you don't.
Can I just call you
Definitely
L? Both names have L's, right? I'm not that stupid, right?
They
Yes.
both have
Can I just call you
Ls.
L?
Like,
As a pet name, sure, why not? I don't care.
Cool, I can do that, L.
Dustin
yeah.
looks around in confusion before saying, like, the Death Note character?
Yes,
What?
the
Watch
Death Note
anime?
character.
oh, what?
My character. You watch anime?
I'm not that old. He
You know,
says.
I'm gonna like you better.
Hold on. How? When and how?
Agreed.
2 days
How,
ago in a
when,
car
and
crash.
I will. If everyone will calm down for a moment, Dustin says, I will explain.
Oh, please do, because this is not good for my health.
It is a situation that has already been brought up with the prince, and I was bringing him here to meet everyone properly.
Oh, I've already met him.
I know him.
Again, but my
I
dearest,
don't. Waves hand.
my dearest Nadia, my child. She and him appeared to have had feelings for one another, and
Wait,
she wished.
It was a
Wasn't
date.
your wasn't your kid older than wasn't that as old as I am?
No, I'm not that old. Why does everyone think I'm so old?
We're
I'm
all
20.
old.
I think it's the hair. Your hair
I
makes
was
you look
learning
older.
something. Actually, let me check the math on this.
No, Henry, without missing a beat, I think your hair makes you look older.
His hair
I
is just
was
straight
embraced
black.
at eight- He just turns around and says, "I was embraced at 18."
Yes.
I
Yes,
think your
that
hair
means
makes you
nothing
look
to
older.
me.
I don't think I stuttered.
This
I
means
was
nothing
only
to me.
embraced in the 2000s.
I don't remember. I think everyone here is at least 100.
Excuse me, Granddad. I think your hair makes you look older.
Oh, maybe Henry.
Oh, mother
Henry,
of God.
he may be your what? You said grandsire.
Actually, he would have been embraced in the
Probably-
90s, more accurately.
Yeah. She just says you probably shouldn't insult him. He is a mono husky. I am pretty sure you've been told about this, right?
I-
Yeah,
You've
I'm
been told
I'm
about
what
this?
he is.
All of you, silent for a moment so I may explain. My dearest child was in a car was in a car with him. Henry here was driving. He says that he saw something on the road, believed it was a moose, and tried to swerve to make sure to divert and tried to swerve off the road to make sure he didn't hit it. Unfortunately, something happened. I'm not clear, and he isn't either, though I believe it was the work of a hunter. Next thing he knew, he found himself near death next to the burning corpse of Nadia, with her blood having gotten into his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hold.
pretty
Oh.
traumatizing. But I'm okay.
Wait, your kid was in love with a normal human person. Did you know? He like looks at
It's
Henry
not-
and asks.
To be
like
fair, it was our
before.
first date, so
I'm
could have been
assuming
rejected.
no.
I could have been food for all I know. But you know,
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
I
Oh,
thought it was
God.
a date.
I hug Henry again. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
Oliver's gonna start pinching his like the bridge of his nose. He's like, oh God, I don't. How am I supposed to explain this to Louise?
You can't.
Exactly.
There is a situation the prince, I believe, wishes to talk with all three, well, the two of us about, he says. Pointing
Well-
between him and Oliver.
you know, it makes sense that she's worried about me.
Well, not dip, Sherlock.
about to intervene
not
if you want.
them, Sherlock. You've been gone for 2 years. I don't want to hear it. You can't have sass with me after 2 years.
I can have all the sass I want.
No, I can have out sass out. Oh,
Are
no,
still
you can't.
hugging him during this entire interaction, by the way?
What?
Are you still hugging him?
Yes.
No, you
This is
can't.
gonna.
What's the height
All-
difference, by the way, of this? Is she taller or is Henry taller?
She's 5'6".
Henry is 5'8".
Just barely.
Really talking into his neck.
A very young-looking kid walks up and goes, "All right, Loverbirds, can we at least not do the PDA right out here?"
Is this the prince? Just
Shoo,
for
shoo.
clarification.
No.
Who is this?
This is Malcolm Red, one of the survivors of the War of Silence.
I put a hand
Oh.
on Malcolm's shoulder and I'm like, Malcolm, this is not PDA. Well,
Yes.
sort of. It's not that kind of PDA.
He just lets out a little noise.
Mmm.
I'm
Look,
scared to ask how old
It's
this kid
been
is.
2 years. I used to hang out with Henry.
Did you say that in character?
He said that in character out loud.
What did he say?
15! Wouldn't you guess it? He says, looking visibly frustrated.
You look good for your age. What do you do? Moisturize? You look
Oh my
good.
god.
I'm
Oh.
fucking dead!
I'll
Language-
join the club. I'm in line. Yeah.
You
He was
language here from Cyprus. Oh, fuck you!
Yes.
Henry, Malcolm was turned on the same weekend I was.
Have they told you about that stuff yet, or you've not been brought into the crash course of vampire war crimes?
Died 2 days ago.
So
He's a
not
freshie.
updated.
Lucky you.
Freshie.
You get to be
Is
introduced
that
to the horrors firsthand.
Is that
That's
the
trauma
term?
I can't relive.
If I don't kill him
At
first,
least,
that is.
hey, Malcolm. At least he doesn't have to actually go through what we.
Yeah. I know.
Hopefully,
I'm
ever.
so confused on what
Speaking of which, some of the other veterans are around here if you want to talk to them.
This hug is lasting oddly long.
I have 2 years worth of hugging you that needs to be done. And you're
Oliver
dead,
checks
so
his watch.
We have all the time in
Shut
the
up.
world.
That was literally his fucking character in the background.
You have all the time in the world.
Malcolm just sighs as he pulls out this, like, small, stuffed, kind of dog-looking thing, and just goes, yeah, I don't get them either, man, as he just stares down at it, talking to it as he walks away.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Malkavian.
You got thousands of years of crap that you're gonna have to get caught. Have you not told him? Like, he looks at doesn't. How much of this does he know anything about?
He understands the basics of the Camarilla, of the Asharaya, of the Banu Hakim, of the Prince.
When he says
Geoffrey.
Mama Hakim, he like shakes his hand like, yeah, little, I'm okay. Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
If I
I
recall,
played
so if I'm
quite a
recalling
bit.
correctly, if I'm recalling from when he was alive, that means he knows approximately about 10% of all of that. How far off am I?
You get spot on.
Mm.
You got it,
Yeah.
Big K.
You've known him for quite some time. Does he have undiagnosed ADHD or diagnosed ADHD he doesn't do
he has,
anything about?
He has undiagnosed stupidity, is what it is.
Man, you said that a lot whenever I was over at your house. See, I'm glad you haven't changed over the 2 days I've been not here.
No. You know this one. How do I deal with it? He says, just pointing
Oh,
at him.
I don't know. I don't deal with him. I didn't deal with him. I
This-
kicked him out of my house. That's what that happened.
Why did you always kick him out of your house? Like, I was allowed in, and I already know I was a bad
This is a
influence.
very bad
You're-
influence.
I know I was a bad influence.
The difference is one of you can't get my daughter pregnant.
Oh come
No,
on!
but
Whoa!
we can-
Whoa! Wow!
Hold up. Mr. Carron?
Y'all hear in the background. To be fair, he can't do that anymore.
Yep.
Mr.
I was gonna say
Carron?
the exact same
I'll
thing.
kill
Mr.
you.
Carron? I could have accidentally gotten her dead off of laced drugs that I got off the street or alcohol poisoning.
And
Yeah, she
I'm
would've been
the one. Hold on. I didn't know. And I'm the one that gets kicked out because I'm helping her with math. I'm the one.
Helping's a strong word.
What are you? Okay.
Man,
All right,
about to
Big K.
scream, I'm a straight A student, motherfucker.
All right, Big K.
AKA this is Oliver's 1920s like upbringing, 100% coming full effect right now.
All right, Big K. Your daughter had
My
a D in
name, I
math.
don't have a K in
All
my
right.
entire name.
All right, Big K. I understand that, but your daughter had a D, nearly an F. You know what I did for her? I went over to your house, tutored her in math, and now she got a solid B. You know, I think I'm doing my job, but I was still kicked out.
Hold on. I'm apologizing right now for my thoughts on what you just said.
Oliver,
Did I say
literally,
something
the roll-
weird?
Nort
The
chuckle in
eye-
the background.
Oliver, like the gears turn and he realizes what Alana is alluding to, and just looks at Henry.
What do you?
Full rage.
What did you mean by that? I literally just tutored her in math. She wasn't doing good with linear equations, but
Hold
now
on.
she got them.
Henry. You literally said she had a D, and I gave her a B.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
glorious.
grade wise, yeah. What's so
Dustin,
wrong about that?
Vampires with
Dustin,
their
we're gonna
mind.
go see the prince now, because if this continues longer, I'm gonna end your entire family line.
I mean, you know my parents. They're pieces of shit. But
Different kind of family line.
Well,
Fam-
it's a good
you
based
thing
on
can't
you
my
have
knowledge,
kids.
actually, based on my knowledge now that I am dead, I can't have those anymore. So you're too late. A moose beat you to it.
You do have a sister, Dustin just says.
Now,
Like,
you didn't have to say that out
I
loud.
knew you
Because
had
he
a sister.
already knew.
How is she doing, by the way?
Still in the hospital. Not
all of
not-
Damn.
I do believe it is good we go to the prince, though.
We're going now before I kill him.
What did I do?
Oh.
I haven't
You
done
died.
anything.
You die.
You-
Okay, Henry, you need to calm your voice down. Keep the tone a little bit lower. So, yeah.
She's dragging him
Alright.
via the hug.
I do
You
let
guys
go of
are-
the hug.
You guys are in an almost kind of mansion-like situation out in kind of the backwoods. And currently everybody's gathered up on the first floor, but you guys move up to the second, where,
Me and Dustin or everyone.
you and Dustin, there's some, like, bigger power players up here.
I tip my hat to him if I have one.
Yeah, and as you go through, you walk into this kind of main office, this oak paneling, on the, like, it's all made of, like, oak and ivory. It's very nice, very expensive, very fancy, as Prince Eisen glumly looks up from some papers at the two of you. Good
Boss.
evening, and Happy New Year.
Wait, which two?
Happy's a strong
Dustin
word, but
and
New Year
Oliver.
it is.
And greetings to you as well, Dustin. Greetings, Prince Eisen. Greetings, Prince Eisen, he says at the bow. I wish to speak with the two of you about the situation regarding Henry Roberts.
Oh, there's a situation, all right. I definitely agree with that.
His embrace was an accident.
I didn't know that was that. I didn't know that it could be accidental. If I'm gonna be honest with you, boss.
Blood simply needs to enter another system. Doesn't matter how.
Oliver is in obvious distress.
Calm yourself. I think it is
Right.
important that we attempt to address this situation. And I have proposed one of two solutions. And I wish to talk to you, Oliver, as a bit of a character witness.
Alright.
Because the two most obvious solutions are either that we take care of his family and reintroduce him, perhaps even helping him keep his old identity to not arise suspicion, since nobody knows he's deceased yet, or we make that death a bit more final.
If I'll be honest with you, boss. I'm a little biased keeping him alive. It would make things a little more simple on my home front, considering you know my daughter. She's recently turned 17, and the day is ever more approaching.
Oh, I'm quite aware of your daughter. Speaking of which, have you come to a decision?
She's not 18 yet. Still mulling it over.
We are
Though you know how things usually go.
We are counting months by this point.
We are, and I Bot, I've never let you down before. I will do what is required of me. You know I will.
13 years and some odd months it's taken you for this decision.
Longer than that.
And
Didn't she
now
say she was 4 when you got her?
She was months old.
Oh.
That bit of conversation's not in character.
Correct.
Yeah, I know,
And
I was
he-
making sure.
He taps the papers, trying to draw your attention. And of you, Dustin, he just... Can you at least not call me that back here? And of you, Muhammad. I do believe that such a thing would be necessary. In either case, I'll admit I have my own biases. He is my last connection to my child.
I'm so sorry, by the way.
It's fine. Not your fault. If the two of you wish to keep him alive, this can be done. But the mortals who knew him and can see the changes in his life, they must be eradicated. And it must look like nothing at all happened.
You know I'm good for that. And from what I've heard about his family, they're not exactly souvenir people.
We're vampires, Mercury. None of us are.
Yeah.
Let me correct that.
should
He would
say
probably
a lot.
say, we are kindred, Mercury. None of us are.
And that should say something about what I'm saying about his parents.
Do what you must. Not tonight. But I will note, one of you must claim responsibility for the boy, and any breaches he makes shall befall you. I can take care of training him, of giving him everything he needs to know about his new life. But I do not know if I'm ready to house another child. Well, you better be
Oh
ready
no,
soon,
this is gonna fall on me, isn't it?
if you'd like to claim the
I'm gonna have to
responsibility.
house him, aren't I?
Oh, your
God.
daughter is fond of him, isn't she? And it's not like you have to worry about him getting her
Dog.
pregnant anymore, he says with a bit of a smirk.
Sometimes I wish I'd just stake myself. Fine, sure. Why
I keep
not?
one in the reserves if you would like a
Stake.
chance. Eisen says, still smirking.
Don't give me the opportunity. Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright, boss, whatever you need.
Thank you. Now, please go enjoy the festivities. I've got more work to be done. Oh, and I actually did wish to ask you about. I actually did wish to ask you to keep an eye out for something, as one of my more loyal subjects. He motions to you, Oliver. Dustin, you may leave. The man nods his head before heading out. I believe that there is a thin blood alchemist operating within our territory.
Thin blood.
Yes,
Who does this one belong to?
Sorry, what do you mean by this question?
Thin blood, right? Oh, am I getting the lore wrong?
Thin bloods are the vampires who have blood that they no longer belong to a clan. They're so, like, the blood is so diluted.
Okay, my bad.
Let's back
Alright,
up.
misconstrue. Got
Also,
it.
another lore note. This is for people in the audience as well. Lewiston Auburn had an event known as the Long Weekend, in which it was legal to embrace anybody without the need for approval from the Camarilla. This was to build up numbers in a war against the Anarch. During this
Of any
time, it was
age. Of any age. You
of
can
any
embrace.
age. And on top of that, it was declared that anybody with sire during this time would be able to be would be part of the Camarilla, regardless of if they were a thin blood or a Caedith. But thin blood alchemy is still banned as a practice.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
Alchemist, that's a fun one. I haven't dealt with one of them in a while.
this one seems dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you. So I doubt it's one of them. I doubt it's. I have his name here. Give me a second. He flips through some papers. Derek? I doubt it's Derek. No, Derek's not the thin blood. Keegan's the thin blood. Right.
That's in character, isn't it? Please tell me that's in character.
Yes.
His name is
Keegan
Keegan.
is the thin blood. I doubt it's him, though. He doesn't seem competent enough to know how to do things at the level this person does. If you do find them, please eliminate them.
Keegan?
Hmm?
Am I eliminating
not-
a Keegan?
No, not Keegan. The Thin Blood Alchemist. I'm saying the Thin Blood Alchemist isn't Keegan.
Ah, sorry. I'm busy night.
I understand.
So we don't have a name. We just know he's operating in the area then.
He's operating in the area, and he seems to be peddling drugs onto mortals.
Ooh. How fun. Alright. That should be, I'll round up a couple people, see if we can figure something out.
Gather whoever you need.
It will be done. You got it, boss. Can't wait for the
He
bonfire.
We're not lighting a bonfire in my yard. No fire! No fire! How often do
I'm
I have to
talking
say
about-
no fire of any sort?
I'm lighting the thin blood on fire.
Oh,
That's
oh,
what I'm talking
right.
about.
I misunderstood. I just... Right.
This
It
prince
says-
has had too many people lighting bonfires in his yard.
Who lit a bonfire in your yard?
When most
Was it
of the
Henry?
when the largest clans in your city consist of Malkavians and Brujahs, you can have some issues.
Good point.
Like your lawn being on fucking fire.
Alright, I'll handle it. It should be done as soon as I can get to it, which will be very soon.
Thank you, sir. Now please go enjoy the festivities for the rest of the night. I don't believe he's making any moves this evening.
You got it, boss. And I'll leave. Like, nice. I'll do a good bow, and then I'll leave.
Roll me a Dex plus Charisma for bowing.
I have high charisma. I can do that.
Just folds in on
I don't know
himself.
why I decided you need to do that, but I'm gonna make you do it.
Alright. Okay, give me a second.
Just a snap spine, folds himself in half.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my own dice, because I have enough dice for this now.
Remember,
what's it?
one of the dice.
Add in one. Remember,
One has to be
remember
hunger.
to replace one from the pool with a hunger die.
You have to
Correct.
choose which one is hunger before you roll.
Now, could you remind me, what you said again? Was it charisma and performance?
Charisma performance.
And one of them has to be hunger. Okay. Is there a number for me that I need to get successes on?
This is really just to see how well you do it thing.
Oh, cool. I have 3 in charisma, so I'm only rolling 3. Random number, that one's the one. All successes.
Okay. You do a really nice bow, and he nods his head as you head out, impressed with your bowing skills.
To be fair, he used to try to kiss his ring, but he doesn't do that anymore.
Ha!
His eyes in when. What are you doing? Too many times.
Yeah, he was like, I'm sorry, it's old habits die hard.
So you make your way downstairs where the festivities are continuing. Henri, are you still just like Henri with an I, Fairkeep? Are you still like lonering in the corner by yourself, hoping
Yeah, probably
everyone
at the
ignores
bar.
you?
Yeah, probably at the bar. Yeah, just lonering to
Are
be
you-
left alone.
You are you like still like sitting perfectly still?
Are we trying
be
to sit?
invisible or
I'm drinking wine or whatever the fuck's there, so probably not. And also, the other Fairkeep would be like, stop that.
no invisibility. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Arthur has left you alone by now, leaving you at the bar with the ghoul in attendance.
But he knows that they doesn't want him doing that, so he's just not going to do that, the invisibility thing. So he's just there drinking wine, whatever the fuck the ghoul gives him. He asks for rum, gets the wrong thing, he just drinks it anyways. Whatever.
So do you always just passively accept what anyone gives you?
When it's a ghoul, half the time they don't even probably don't even listen to me anyways.
No, this is the ghoul saying that to
Okay.
you.
That's
I
whatever.
would love it. I would love it if that didn't change the answer at all.
Not did. But
Michael.
This guy serving
I
you.
was just, I was just seeing if you did have any, but if you didn't give me any, so you probably didn't have any.
No, we had some. I just gave you the wrong thing.
Dickhead. And he still drinks it.
That's ballsy for someone in the den of
You
vampires.
just there's somebody else in the back that says, "Hey, maybe don't do that to the fucking mafia guy." He never does anything.
Mafia guy.
Because he's
Hecata.
technically part
Ah,
Hecata. There.
that's fun.
And
I'm getting my clans mixed up.
Yeah,
For
you
anyone
go.
wondering, I am also extremely new to this.
He's an ape also.
we are
so.
all very new to this, including the storyteller. So please forgive us for butchering the lore.
Hunga boonga.
Gah.
Hold on. As a side note, Alana has been dragging Henri over to the other survivors of the War of Silence.
Of the week of the law
Oh.
of the war of silence.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're gonna have
they're
to build
all
a
gathered up
McDonald's
in the
playpen.
corner. I'm gonna describe first the woman I don't actually have an image for. Who is a Nosferatu that keeps her head constantly underneath a thick hoodie with her long black hair covering half of her face and wearing a cloth mask that is pure black. The only part of her face that is visible is the left side of it, which is kind of discolored and patchy, with her eye being more of an off-white than anything else, with no actual iris. Like no actual iris is the middle black thing, right?
Yep.
The iris is the same color as the sclera, with the pupil being this thin black ring.
Well, pupil is the black center. Iris is
Iris
the
is the
colorful
outside,
around.
it's the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying she doesn't have any visible pupil. It's the same color as the sclera.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait, so her eyes are just white?
Black.
No, she
For
has a
my-
pupil, but she has a iris, but no pupil.
For my sake, can you write her name down? Because I probably know her by name.
Joey Lovelace.
Joy?
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Did you say Joy or Joey?
I couldn't
Joey.
tell.
Joey.
Oh! I'm like,
Joey's a girl's name.
yeah. It's like... Henri? This is Joey. Joey, Henri.
Hello, Joey.
Hey there. She says, holding out a hand. She holds out a hand to you, which is currently gloved up in thick winter gloves.
You cold? As he shakes the hand.
You're
He
new
goes
to
in
this,
for
right?
a firm handshake because that's how he was
She
raised.
gives you a really firm one as well and goes, "You're new to this, right?"
2 days?
I'm one of the Uggos, let's say.
His eyes go wide. The what?
The Uglies. The
Knows
Uggos.
Nosferatu. That is
Yeah.
my clan. She says, putting down her hand.
Ah, sorry. Something didn't register. Still new to this.
It is okay, assassin. She says under her breath as she looks down at the cup she's drinking from.
Hey.
What gave that
Joey?
off? What?
Joey?
Do I smell
Hold
weird?
on.
He sniffs his armpit. I
I
don't
will
think I
point
smell
out,
weird.
Joey, that was a little uncalled for. We've done a lot worse than he has.
I just kind of thought we were trying not to judge people by clans or blood thickness. You hear somebody else say at the table, stirring their drink, and actually has a small plate of food in front of themselves.
Oh, this is Keegan.
This is Keegan. Hey
Nice
there,
to meet you,
fella.
Keegan.
Nice to meet you too. He reaches out a hand and
Shakes
shakes
hand.
yours.
I hope he has the dog still.
The dog is sitting on his feet.
Let's go! Sorry. Is it dead? Is it a vampire?
vampire
Animals
dog.
cannot be vampires.
Huh?
But it could be.
Not
Animals-
necessarily true.
Looks
Animals
at
cannot
alchemy
be
with
embraced.
malicious intent.
Aww.
That
I
is
wanted-
actually canon. Technically, okay, there's one book that has animals in it that have been embraced, but that one was non-canonic. Listen, anytime I try to understand Vampire the Masquerade lore, my head hurts a bit more, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, you continue to read
There's
it.
a lot.
Bro,
It's alright,
Listen,
continue.
all you
I go-
gotta do is
It's a
like
cute dog.
delete Homestuck lore, and you'll have like 30 terabytes to fucking work with.
Alright,
So, anyways, somebody else looks over at you and nods his head and says, "Hey, nice to meet you as well. Name's Yosef Mahat.
nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Yosef.
Nice to meet you too." Reaches out and shakes your hand.
Yeah, shakes hand. So,
Also, any
is this
sorry.
is this a rude question to ask about how you know L?
We were all survivors of the long weekend and the war of silence that followed. Joey says. To explain that in normal terms, do you know what an anarch is yet, or?
No.
Okay, so you know how we're the Camarilla, right?
Yes.
Well, some people don't like the Camarilla and would very much instead like if they didn't be in charge.
Yeah.
Those people are called the Anarch.
Oh, why didn't I register that? That's so simple to understand.
Yeah,
Why
I
did I
know,
not
yeah,
register
think
the forward?
anarchist,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
The
it's just-
Anarch used to have a pretty big presence in Lewiston Auburn. So, the prince decided that he wanted to get rid of them. So he made a period of time where anybody could embrace, turn other people into vampires without his approval, which normally you need. And, during that time period, anybody embraced was thrown into a war suddenly that, we barely comprehended.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're the lucky ones that survived. There were hundreds of us that died.
There's only 6 of us that lived, Malcolm says, sitting down at the table. There's only 7 of us that lived, Malcolm says, sitting down at the table. Well, as long as you count Scruffers. He says, holding up the dog.
The dog is very important
I
in this
pet
equation.
the dog. I pet the dog and I'm like, Scruffers does matter.
Not for lack of
He
trying.
doesn't like it when you patronize him.
I'm not patronizing him.
Yeah, if you ask me, though, we all fucking died there. Another person grabs a chair from the table, turns it around, and sits down. And I don't just mean in the, oh, we're vampires way. You know what I fucking mean.
Okay, I was about to hit the
he-
doom. I was about to do that after you said that. I'm glad you.
He
continued talking.
he grabs a drink. He grabs what Keegan's drinking out of his hand and starts throwing it back.
By the way, my character did in fact say that out loud. He was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you continue talking. I was about to hit you with the doom when you said that."
Oh,
This is Derek.
Derek Reeve.
Is he from
Oh,
Final
Derek, nice
Fantasy?
to meet you.
Is he?
No.
Nice to
Oh,
meet
no.
you too, I guess. Welcome to Damnation.
Pretty nice, actually.
Say that now.
Yeah. It's just gonna get worse.
See, let me have my newcomer enjoyment and then immediately be shattered afterwards. All right, let me go through the trauma you guys went. Well,
No.
not you guys. Hold on. Horrible words. I'm so sorry. Let me rephrase that. Let me be a newcomer and then go through the trauma of being a vampire. There we go.
I don't like this one. Derek says, just turning to Alana.
I fixed it. I
Look,
fixed it this time.
It's not
I
all.
used to hang out with him in high school.
Was he always this dumb?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not street smarts. I'm book smarts.
He was the one that helped myself and our mutual friend get through school.
Oh yeah. What hard work he did getting you guys through getting you guys through EL. What a rigorous school that is.
Look, we all
You got a
have
point.
issues, and
I
some of us
literally
are better at.
slept through my classes, he says as he takes another drink.
That's because you're just a delinquent, honestly.
Yeah, and I passed with C, and I passed with at least C and above.
Yeah, and if I had graduated, I would have had straight A's.
You finally got that last
Whatever.
A? I thought you had a B.
No, I died before I could get that A.
Damn.
At least you got to start high school, Malcolm says.
Oh, he's back.
I was
That's
here
a
the
horrible
entire
thing to
time.
laugh at. That's a horrible thing to laugh at. But God, that's funny.
Malcolm, high school isn't all that it's cracked up to be, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Becoming a supernatural soldier's much better.
No, that's also not.
Question. Would Henry?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Oh,
what was the question?
I was gonna ask. Have I worked on since I was a doctor during that time? What would I have worked on any of these guys?
Probably.
I'd say yes. Malcolm in particular, you helped patch up.
Okay, I'm guessing vampires don't get particularly drunk, but can they at least get tipsy?
Yeah, I mean, technically they can get
There
they
are
get full
rules for
force
that.
drunk. They just need to drink a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna come join after a bit, like to see how you guys are doing since I worked on you guys during the Long War, whatever the
By
fuck
the
it's
way-
called.
Yeah, while he's walking up, I grab the drink from Derek and start chugging it.
Ah,
Let's go get another drink, Keegan says as he stands up.
what's the
You
dog?
know-
What's the dog's name? Sorry.
The dog is named
Gruffer.
Scruffers.
no Scruffers. Well, that's the plushie's name.
Ah.
The actual dog's name is what's a dog name?
Max,
What is that
Duncan.
dog in
Fuck.
fact doing?
did you say Duncan?
Duncan. Yeah, his name's Duncan.
Hey there, Duncan. Haven't seen you in a while.
My character goes, I recognize that voice. He turns.
Oh shit! What in the?
Why are there so many people that I know here?
Wait, hold on. What was the dog's name?
Duncan.
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 He looks like he'd be a Duncan.
Did you say Keegan is the one I've worked on the most? You said.
Malcolm, the kid.
Malcolm. Okay.
Which Malcolm does move over to you, still holding on to his little plush.
Hey there, Scruffers. Hey there, Michael. Oh wait, nope, fucking Malcolm, fuck.
He doesn't like it when you patronize him.
Is your...
As he sits down.
I don't know if this is rude, but is it, like, can you understand the dog, your boy?
This,
It's a
I don't
toy
understand
dog.
him. That's just an animal. He says, pointing at Duncan. I can understand him. He says, holding up Scruffers, the little plush.
Ooh.
I hear everything. These walls are screaming.
How are you
Wow,
doing,
isn't he
Henry?
A bundle of joy.
My character goes, I like the realism. Makes sense. Yeah, I died
I'm
2 days
not
ago.
speaking
Yeah,
metaphor-
you being
I'm
here
not
definitely
speaking
clued me into that.
metaphorically, Malcolm says.
No, Malcolm's being literal. He actually hears the wall screaming.
Looks at the wall. I could see it.
But either way, I'm guessing you're probably wondering your sister's doing fine.
You know, that eventually was gonna come up.
Yeah, I know. That's why I answered it before you did.
I always knew something was up with you. You did not seem like a regular doctor to me.
He's actually staring at you very intensely, Henry. Like Malcolm is.
Which
Which
Henry?
Henry.
Henry with a Y.
There are two Henrys.
He's looking
This
at
is
you,
gonna be-
Robert.
This is gonna be such a pain. I'm
Yes.
gonna love
This is
it.
gonna be
No,
great.
after he says that, he goes, since you can hear the walls screaming, it looks like you can hear other things because you are probably staring at me with the intent of listening.
Why do I hear two voices?
Huh?
What?
That's new. Is that normal? It's normal to be
I don't
two.
hear the minds necessarily. I can hear the bodies, the clothing, the inanimate part. There's
Are
nothing
you?
else.
He looks down his shirt. Are you talking?
What? Hold on, Henry. Calm
You
down.
sure doesn't have anything interesting to say, but you roaring, gnashing, something like that. Like something's trying to escape.
Weird.
Mic drop.
Grumpy doesn't like it. He says as he stands up and starts moving away.
You know, you got a fair point. I wouldn't either.
Oh Lord,
Anyways, do you like my new look, Henry?
Which one?
You didn't know my... you didn't know what I looked like when I was alive, Henry.
My character
But Henry
starts
does.
flat. He's. Oh, I forgot. Dr. Fairkeep.
Chaos.
Oh, I forgot
Glorious
we had the same
chaos.
name.
Oh my god.
You want what you want to hear or my honest opinion?
I want your honest opinion. She poses in a more, like, alluring pose.
Alright.
You done went and whitewashed yourself.
Well, obviously something different with the skin. You know, I'm not going to go in detail on that, but
It's called death.
the eyes make your hair stand out a little bit more, as it's a nice black background with two red dots. The dress itself could definitely use a bit more flair to absolutely benefit your structure. But other than that, yeah, okay, it looks great. You look
Wait,
just like you did back in school.
Hold on. Are you saying that I need to make my breasts bigger? Because I can do that.
No, add flair to it.
Okay.
No,
Hold.
you got a thin body. Absolutely not. You don't need
Oh.
to make your dress bigger. Absolutely not.
No,
Maybe
I didn't say
cut-
my dress. I said my breast.
Oh, your breast. You can do that.
She's I would know that she's a I'm about to say
Tzimisce.
Trendemir.
Tzimisce.
I would know that she could do that, right? Since she's a
Trendemir?
Tzimisce. Yeah, sorry.
That's not any of them.
I
No
would know
way.
that she's a Tzimisce, right?
Yes.
I look at Elle. There ain't
She's a
no way you
Tzimisce.
can do that. That's false. That's
I-
falsehood.
She's a
Watch
Tzimisce.
me. I try to.
Her sire is that thing over there.
You see this undulating flesh mass.
Woo!
He
That
looks-
seems fun.
Yeah.
I do. I try to make my breasts bigger.
Okay.
Could you not do that while people are
what
here?
power would that technically be?
Protein?
Is that flesh
Just
crafting or
vicissitude?
vicissitude?
It is just
May
vicissitude.
I-
Let me get the player's book.
May I make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
point?
Yes.
Suggestion. She makes them smaller and then puts them back to the same size so as not to potentially break her dress.
Oh no, she's gonna push it to like not break the dress.
no. Oh no.
Pop goes the weasel.
First of all, I'm switching over the music, so I'm playing that one for a bit.
First episode. Let's go.
First episode nudity, let's go.
Episode
go!
0!
That's what I'm talking about, baby, let's go!
That's my type of series.
You know what? Here's your in the middle.
I usually skip this part.
JD, JD,
This is what
here's
Dragon Ball was missing.
in the middle. Oh my god! Okay, here's your in the
Oh
middle.
my,
of
your
reminder.
balls are missing.
JD, here's your at the beginning of the episode. Please put a disclaimer.
Well, yeah, it's Vampire the Masquerade. I was going to.
Disclaimer.
your-
The disclaimer
Vampire
is
the
we're playing
Masquerade. That's
Vampire
all
the
you need.
Masquerade.
Poma, your balls are missing.
I also
Elle,
want to switch
I
over
don't
the
mean to
more
alarm you
dramatic
when-
music when you're about to make your tits bigger.
I'm gonna be real with you. If your dress actually pops out, I'm gonna hit you with the most calmest yet the most alerting thing.
And-
Wait for
give me a
it if
second.
it happens.
That's what I'm doing.
exactly.
I'm waiting.
I'm looking.
I'm also
looking.
waiting because I have what my character's gonna do for when that happens.
I appreciate the fact that in the rules, if you drink alcohol, you reduce your dexterity and intelligence by dice both by 1.
Casually hit everyone with it.
Well, point out, my girl had drunk before
I am
coming
only
here, so
tipsy.
she probably is a little drunk.
Making bad decisions. let's
Yeah.
say.
What is tipsy? Does tipsy not do that? Because I'm fine with either. But
Okay, so fun thing. How much you only drink how much did you drink, Beth?
How?
How much could one potentially drink is the
a
Yeah.
vampire, as a
That's
vampire can
question.
drink, yeah,
Are
without
you
vomiting it up.
She is on the verge of being drunk.
Now,
Okay,
I would love
now,
to just. I would love to ask if anyone that knows your character, Beth, is this how she normally acts
Yes.
Yes, when she's drunk.
Also,
Yes.
when she's drunk?
just for reference, I am referencing page 310
Of
on the Vampire the
so-
Masquerade book.
okay.
these changes are technically supposed to be permanent, but since it's session 0, I'm gonna go light on that. Beth, give me a rouse check first before you do anything.
Got it. That's how many dice?
It is
For me?
resisted, by the way. A rouse check is just 1 die.
One
Oh,
die.
no, because you have because your blood potency.
Two.
What's your blood potency again?
2.
I believe that means you get 1 rouse reroll, so you roll it twice. But let me double check to be sure.
Yes.
Again,
that is
everyone, we're new.
True. You're talking about
Yeah, rouse rerolls
Rouse,
1.
right?
Yep. Mhm,
Yeah.
yep.
I have
mean,
that.
it-
I have my sheets pulled up, and I have the same thing.
I mean,
You
it's
have
a
1.
success, so.
Okay, so don't add any hunger. Now, I am going to need, sorry.
Depending upon what this dice
Anyways.
pool is. God damn, I hope I have enough dice.
So you, since I'm gonna be going light on you here, you only need to make me a resolve plus protein roll, beating out a, let's go with 3, not 2.
Doesn't blood potency also give you more dice for when you do shit with your disciplines? Or am
Yes,
I-
it does. You get a, let me pull
The
it
only
again.
one without 2 blood potency is Steven's character, so just to let you know. Just make it easier
Yes,
for everyone.
I know. I'm just flipping through the thing, and hey, Beth,
Yes.
I'm gonna roll a luck roll using a resolve die since you mentioned that you fed recently. Okay. You know what? Sorry. I'll ask you, Beth. What is the most recent person or thing you fed off of?
It was someone partying at the rave.
Okay, that's a sanguine.
Yeah, they were happy.
Your residence is sanguine.
She most often has sanguine resonance, I will point out.
Very much, which does not help you in this case.
No, it probably doesn't. Anyways,
Sorry, no, I'm looking for where the fuck the blood potency chart is in the book. I see it. Okay, so you have 2.
I'll be right.
is it just 2 extra dice?
Yeah, it
You
should
had
be.
1 extra die.
Oh, 1 extra dice. Is it a hunger die or just a regular die?
It's a regular die.
Okay.
You still need to replace 1 with a hunger die, obviously.
Yeah, cause
Alright, now, give me a resolve plus protein.
plus.
Oh, no, actually, you roll it and then you can make that number of changes, is technically how it works.
Ah! I got 1, 2, 3, and a messy critical.
A messy
that's
critical?
4, 5, 6, 7 as a messy critical. So 7 total success, but it is messy.
Wait,
Okay,
wait, did
so-
you get 2 crits and that's how it's messy? Because that's how you.
So the
no,
hunger die
critical-
was a crit, and the one of the regular dice was a crit.
Yeah, that's how you get a mess critical.
Okay.
So, do I get us age restricted immediately?
We're already an hour in, so go ahead. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so you begin focusing the flesh crafting, and you're starting to take away some of your, like, fat, like, some areas of fat a little bit. You're taking away from your thighs and your arms, anywhere that you've got a little bit of extra fat to take from, because you can't create something from nothing.
Yeah.
And you begin to focus it into your chest, pushing out further and further until there starts to be a ripping sound.
Both Henry's
and
heads snap.
Which Henry?
Both
Your
Henry's.
chest
What?
rips straight open.
like,
and
Oh.
as this is happening, there is a neck snap noise and a gelatinous noise as your sire squelches over to you.
Like squelches over.
Did we have time to react to the dress just ripping apart, right?
Not sure if her sire's
Huh.
me over here. Like, is her sire going to talk shit, or is he gonna be like, "Oh, good, you're doing well with that"?
Give me a. If you guys want, how would you like to react to it?
I was gonna give her my jacket.
Like I was just
Okay.
looking down at it, I was
Do-
like,
do you-
ah.
Do you actually? I'll get.
I mean, you can just
Henry.
give her the jacket. You don't need to roll for that.
Henry immediately looks down, looks back up, looks down, looks back up.
There's a jacket on her now.
You did it. You
This is
did
just
it.
this is
You
just sort of
definitely
like.
grew him.
I have a question about the.
Now you
size of
ruined
the
your
area
dress,
that we're
like-
in.
Beautiful,
Yes.
by the way. Beautiful.
Is
But
it sort
you
of
ruined
like
your
a speakeasy bar, or more like sort of
Oh, say speaking.
smaller affair?
Size-wise, just under a speakeasy, I'd say.
Oh,
All right.
Oliver's
Not
at home.
speakeasy size. It's a home. It's the size of a home.
Oliver. No, I'm saying Oliver's at home. You put him back in his natural element.
Yeah, it's
He
about
did
as
this when
size-
he was alive.
It's
I'm just like,
It-
All right.
oh.
it's kind of like a large finished basement.
I'm gonna make this situation worse for you, Beth.
Yeah.
As your character hears your fucking teacher say, "That's interesting."
Oh, hey, Professor Beck.
Your sire moves
Zip.
over to you and just leans down and goes, fix this yourself right now, or we might have to restrain you so I can fix it myself."
wording. I actually caught that one.
I physically can't.
Ah.
Ish.
Has someone offered a jacket to her?
I did.
Yeah.
That was the entire thing I was
And I
doing.
did.
Give me a second. I have a phone call.
Ooh,
That was the entire thing I was doing, Reese. I was giving her my jacket.
I was just double checking.
Yeah, I know. And I zipped it up. I don't know if this one's a button or a jacket. I think it's funnier if it's a zipper. I don't know why, but I just found that funnier.
If Oliver sees this at all, he's gonna be like, "God dang it, not again."
Does this
I'm
happen
gonna
often?
assume. I'm gonna assume that this has happened at least once before.
At just this bar with
Because
the
he's-
character.
He's taking a phone call, so we're gonna wait a second.
I'm with the character. I'm only saying that because I assume that because the sire does not seem surprised.
Yeah, it's happened before. She's still learning vicissitude.
2 years in, it's gonna take a while. Hell, I'm 103 and I'm still not used
She
to
got
it.
fucking time to learn how to do that better.
Now.
Well,
Are you implying she had vicissitude before this? Like
I'm going to
before
imply
she
that she was-
turned?
I'm gonna imply she was at war before.
Yeah.
No, what I'm talking about was like now that she's a vampire.
I mean, why would she? She wouldn't have it before. That's called
And to be
plastic
clear, I
surgery.
am just talking out of character.
Yes.
So am I.
You cannot have vicissitude before becoming a vampire.
You're right. It's called plastic surgery.
Well, okay, technically you can. Sort of, sometimes.
It just takes 2 people.
No. I mean, maybe a ghoul could get it, I don't know about that, but otherwise. Also, a mage could probably replicate it.
Life mage.
Cast
Yeah.
throw.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yo. Now that you are back, do you believe in women?
No. I mean, what?
Guys, okay. So he just
Put it
basically
here.
goes, undo this yourself or I will undo it for you.
You do have a zipped up like leather jacket over you, by the way, so to protect yourself, because I gave you mine.
Yes, sir.
Please give.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's the exact dice I need to again?
I need another rouse check.
Okay.
Plus protein again, I would assume.
Yes.
Plus the blood potency, extra dice, and
Right.
one
That's
for
a
every roll.
success, and then that makes 1 extra dice for my pool.
Yes. Resolve plus protein.
And then one's a hunger dice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
4 successes and 1 bestial failure.
That's enough to just succeed. We'll ignore the fail.
Okay.
And you manage to just put all the fat right back in the place it's supposed to go as you shrink down your shirt and he just kind of squelches off again.
That's crazy.
Your sire freaks me out, Keegan says.
That's crazy.
It looks like a wet can of sardines. Always
boy.
has.
Oh, you
Basically
fixed your
just
shirt. I didn't even notice that. I was talking about how the guy just sludged away.
Wait, is the shirt fixed or no?
No, it's still got torn open.
You still have the jacket on you, though.
Yeah.
Is the dress made of your own flesh?
No.
Then it has not been fixed.
I mean, making a living dress would be very useful.
Yes, but the second she's knocked unconscious, I'm assuming that's not going to go well.
Anyway, you proved me wrong. You proved that you could do it. Cool. You did too much. You know the whole plot. And he does that. He does the hand motion of like a gate, and then he like opens it up. You know, your chest kind of went pow.
Look, if I didn't have someone breathing down my neck right now, I would totally be partying about the fact that happened.
Yeah?
I'm assuming you've moved over towards the table by now, Rees.
Like, he was walking by, I rolled just one of the fucking danger dice, and fucking, just to see if I was nearby for that scene, and I was, so I'm just gonna say he was fucking by. Now he just sat down, and he's like, what the hell are you all doing?
Conversing.
Professor Beck, we're having fun because it's a party.
I can certainly tell that.
Fun and
Perhaps not
understanding and trying to know new information.
Perhaps staying at least modest. It is still technically a Elysium.
That proves nothing. I once saw someone in just a bikini.
That is a clothing
sorry,
option
what?
You cut
that they
off.
chose.
You
She said
hear-
bikini.
You hear somebody pass by and, like,
No,
groan.
my son isn't mad at me for being naked right now. He is mad that I did that, I think.
You hear somebody sigh as they walk by the table after you mention just lingerie, and they go, I fucking hate LA.
This wasn't in LA, my man.
It sounds like LA. Saw it there, Santa Monica.
Thankfully, none of us are in LA.
Well, in a sense, we are in Lewiston, Auburn.
I want to smack him.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not even there, and I want to hit him.
I will say,
The
in real
LA
life,
of the
it is
East
referred
Coast.
to as L.
Food.
It is in real life, Lewiston, Auburn, as an area, is sometimes referred to as LA.
I hate that.
I can
A very
100%
silly name for this
see
place.
L. I can 100% see L drunkenly say LA of the East. Woo.
This is the guy that stopped by the table for a second, by the way.
Can't tell if that's tattoos or if that's his skin. This is the player saying that.
That is tattoos, boy.
He doesn't have a weird skin disorder. By the way, he's like 7 feet. He's like 7 fucking feet tall.
Cool.
He's got this dangly black hair, these tattoos, this large coat, these like combat boots on. He just looks like real goth.
All right.
So,
Wait, out of character, did Oliver show up too? Wait.
Not yet.
no, Oliver's
I'll
not.
pretend he's free to do what he wants right now. So if he just saw that, do you think he'd approve?
In fact, I'm gonna probably say that Oliver has probably been looking for both Alana and Nicholas, probably.
And then he sees that.
And he just let that play out because he did not want to be involved in that. Because he
Man
was like,
patiently waited for the situation to play out.
I ain't gonna deal with that crap. I know what teenage girls are like, man. I ain't dealing with that.
Lol.
Ain't got time for party girls.
He'd probably come over.
Ain't got enough time for
How
that.
much? Okay, L. I'm gonna be real with you. I've seen you with a glass in your hand the entire time, and I'm scared because I physically have not seen that thing empty.
Huh?
How much have you had to drink?
Look, I'm not going to tell you how much I drink before you the party, but here, I think this is my second glass.
I think from that answer, it's time for you to not drink anymore.
Oh, so you've had.
Can I take the shot glass out of it? Is it like a shot glass or is it just like a normal glass cup? I'm more asking the
It's a
storyteller.
beer cup.
I think you're done with that for now from what just happened. And I lightly take the cup away. I think that's enough for you.
Killer. I
I'll
didn't
tell you-
even take any drugs today. God damn.
Now that is
I'll-
new. Are you okay? Are you feeling good?
I couldn't get to my deal.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
On that though,
Perhaps.
100% Oliver, 100% Oliver would walk over and be like, no drugs. Hey,
There's a little alcohol
You're not
here.
my dad, Mr. Carron.
I know I'm not your dad, and he's saying this as he's like, I'm gonna say if it's cool, Oliver went to the bar, got a drink, and is handing it to Henri with a Y.
I
Perhaps.
don't.
He's handing it to.
I don't
The
drink, but
new
you're
one.
handing it to me, so I don't know if this is a trap or if I'm gonna grab. He's saying this out loud. I'm gonna take it. He takes it.
You're gonna drink it.
I
You're a
don't
vamp.
like
You
it.
are. You're a vampire now. You think drinking is the worst you can do?
No. No.
You understand that at this point forward, you're never gonna be 21, right?
Yeah.
Chugs it after chuckling.
Literally, he went.
My boy-
Yeah, chugs.
Looks at Henry, the younger one, and says, "Sir, has anyone actually explained this all to you?"
Yes, I know a good 10% of this. It was explained to me.
I don't
Oh.
mean the basic stuff, like the things people don't think to tell you. Like, for instance, whether you can have kids or not, or
Oh yeah, that's been told to me.
okay, just making sure. You seem rather new.
He's
Yeah, I can't
He's
have
super
any
freshy.
kids anymore.
Yeah, I'm 2 days. I'm 2
You
days,
sound-
by the
Buses,
way.
you
Kids are happy or upset?
It is
Oliver's gonna
impossible
look at
to
Alana and be like,
tell.
"Yeah, you can't have kids. How horrible." I mean, there's always that nice and fun thing they came up with a while ago called adoption.
That's not the
My boy
same.
looks over
Ah,
at Oliver and
disagree.
says,
Are you
Oliver?
okay, L?
Oliver,
What's up, Nicholas? Cheers.
I tink the glass against yours, and I say, put away whatever holdup you have against this poor man. And
Yeah,
let's
not
make
happening.
that toast to the things he's lost from becoming what we are.
Oliver's gonna look at Henry and be like, "You haven't lost a lot, have you?"
He doesn't know he has.
I probably have lost a lot,
And
but I
judging,
know what I've lost recently. I lost a friend. That much I know.
also from how the prince usually
You'd be
acts, he'll
surprised how
lose a lot
often that
more.
happens.
Hey, but you did gain one back.
That's true. I went neutral.
And maybe
I
a
don't
few
think
more,
that's
who the hell
how-
knows.
That's not how friends work, I don't think.
This is true. It is not. I've lost that friend to eternity, to the depths of the infinite void. They are gone. However, a friend that I thought was dead turns out to be unalived living, so I still end up at neutral.
Death isn't exactly something that stops anyone. You see this brown-haired man walking by the table, adjusting his not that well done tie. It's Ebenezer.
Oh.
How
My
much have you
boy
been
gives a
told?
nod.
You're pretty fresh, right?
That's
Yes. 2 days.
Ebenezer Fairkeep, he says, reaching out his hand.
Henry Roberts shakes hand.
I
I'm
don't
gonna call you-
believe myself and you have met.
Oh, I'm so
Mister.
sorry.
Both of
Mr.
you, actually, I think.
yeah.
Have
Who
we
are
not?
you?
Ebenezer Fairkeep, leader of the Fairkeep family.
Question: since I am technically called Uncle Henry, is he technically my brother via backstory that we're going with, just to hide stuff?
Basically. And this
My
here's
brother.
my brother.
Put a hand to shake
He
for
shakes yours.
Ebenezer, and then
Once
Henry.
he's done shaking Henry with Y, he shakes your hand as well, and then lets you two shake.
Mm-hmm.
Fairkeep.
Correct.
Which one of those?
Hecata.
Hecata, he says.
Oh, you guys are the actual mafia. That's
While
the
we're
Yeah.
at it, Tremere
What?
for
Oh.
myself.
One
Are
of,
we telling our clans right now?
one of the many clans of the
It's
kindred.
a party. It's a place where we can be a little bit more open.
You see quite a number of the veterans looking uncomfortable at the about to talk about clan stuff.
I look among them and I say, and if someone doesn't want to say clan or what they
Other
are,
affiliation.
that's perfectly fine.
And they're welcome to just go to their own conversations.
And you're Banu Hakim, if I overheard right? Roberts,
Oh?
he says, looking at you.
I never said that.
I overheard your. I saw who you came in with.
Yo.
That's a dead giveaway then. Got it. Noted. But yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's
Yes.
not a ton of us here. Oh, Lasombra, by the way.
Have you?
Samit C.
No, he's. A boy pinches the bridge of his nose and says, "Of course, Nicholas, he wouldn't know anything about that. I was gonna ask you if you've gone into any blood magic, but obviously not."
Yeah,
I've
he's
got a number of
2
memories
days
Henry's
dead.
eyes go wide and he does the caveman SpongeBob. There's blood magic.
I mean,
Yes.
if
You
I
have
can
blood
physically
magic.
shape my body, of course there's fucking blood magic.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yo!
I wanted to
That's
quick-
cool!
I wanted to ask you, since you're new, though, about something other people tend to forget to tell you. How much do you know about other things. Things beyond vampires and humans.
Oh, are we talking
I'm
about...
sorry, you talking about supernatural creatures such as a werewolf, wendigo, ... etc.?
Yes.
That makes sense.
They
It's still-
exist? Oh,
Yes.
fuck me. Holy
I
shit.
put a hand up for you, just like, calm down, son.
That's
You
cool.
won't, you won't really run into that many. And if you run into a Lupin, you've messed up somewhere in the process.
Especially if you're by yourself, you're
I
fucked.
mean, I'm the closest in
You-
danger of doing that.
I would not
I mean, I can
fight
talk
a
to...
werewolf, and I'm 150 some odd years old.
Damn,
You,
you look
sir,
good for your age.
just got turned.
You would die in like 2 minutes.
Oh,
That'd be
100%.
a
I'm
good
fresh out the
number.
More like
goddamn
5
womb.
seconds
If you
flat.
see a werewolf
alcohol
going
hitting harder than I
to
thought.
any form it has, run away from it.
Even
You're
in
fast now.
human form, it can probably at least beat the shit out of you.
Oh, most people.
He
These are
probably
so-
wouldn't be able to outrun it. Actually, no, he's Bono Hakim. He might be able to.
And for reference, yes, silver does work on them.
Keep a
one
little bit
extra,
on you at all times. Especially
one
if you're
extra
around
reference. If you see any ghosts, don't talk to them. That's usually a bad thing to do. Just
the- Talk to
usually.
them all you like.
Speaking for
Or
personal-
maybe
Speaking from personal experience, are we?
talk to them all you like. It's fine.
All right,
Ebenezer
you
says,
do the
waving his
ghost
hand.
thing. Don't.
That's what I
Ghosts
wanted.
are real. I was telling her that.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. My clan, in general, deals with ghosts, though I prefer matters of the flesh. That sounded sexual. I prefer resurrecting corpses.
I prefer not resurrecting, but keeping them alive.
So
At
is
least
that
in
what
the
you
immortal
believe
sense,
matters
that
in
is.
the flesh
in-
are,
in
Lady
gaming
Elena's.
terms and role-playing terms, you necromancer? Question mark?
Yes, though
What
technically a
terms?
before the understanding of the connection between it's not what it's actually called before the understanding between before the understanding of the connection between necromancy and obtenebration led to the creation of oblivion.
My character does like the stance where his hands are on his knees. Whoa! And he holds up a finger. Whoa!
speaking
Whoa!
of,
I understood all but the third to last word.
It's,
Yeah, the
it's
big
another
word.
type of discipline.
I would love to talk shop about what you know about the occult. I've only been able to really study any kindred things.
I can tell you what I know of oblivion at some other time.
That would be appreciated.
What?
Your friend here can at least tell you parts of it, I'm sure. Do you know any oblivion ceremonies? You said you were La Sombra, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says,
I know.
"Oh, Oliver."
I know one. I know one. It's not really my thing. I like to stick to the shadows and do that kind of stuff. I do
No,
know a couple
so-
though.
What do you... Oh, any interesting ones?
My character is just talking. Is Oblivion a place?
It's a discipline,
In a...
aka one of
Yeah.
our powers.
It's
Okay.
a place.
Wait,
It's a people. It's a lot
wait,
of
are we
things.
talking about Oblivion as a
Boy, Nicholas over
concept?
here just
Like an
questioning
actual
me.
idea
Yes.
concept that people can draw from?
You would
Yes.
like to speak of the geography of the underworld. I would love to speak to you about this.
Wait
I've
a
actually been
minute.
theorizing myself.
He's 2 days
wait,
old.
Oblivion's a concept of which people, which creatures, vampires, us, draw from in order to do certain things like ritual.
some
not
of-
everyone.
some of-
Hold
Not
on,
all of
Henry,
us.
Not all of us. I can't do that.
I point at
I
you and
can.
say, everyone can technically do it.
It's just not everyone had from their.
Yeah,
Need to.
I'm not giving out my
Um,
blood
try.
anytime soon,
Elle,
so he might
Elle
have a
would
difficult-
know what Henry's intelligence switch flips, and this
Oh.
is the switch.
Oh no.
Wait, I'm so he goes into a squatting position, and he like his fist. He has
What
the
is-
fist and on his
is
chin
he
as he
doing?
just stares at the floor.
Why is he sitting like
he's-
that?
He's thinking.
He's
You know what? I can get him out of it. It's like, Henry, do you remember when you were like young and you came to my house for the first time and you got scared because of the monster under the bed?
I
The
think he's
monster's
deep in
irrelevant
thought.
now. The monster doesn't compare to something such as Oblivion, which has infinite capabilities. And then he
But
goes
he's
into a
getting
full.
it!
He goes into a full crisscross as he's on the floor.
Henry,
as
I
he's
need you to-
now nearly on, like his face is on the floor, staring at it.
Not Henry. I need you to focus up here. I am the one that did that. Oblivion magic, stuff like that. Shadow monsters, fun stuff like that. That's me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think he's a
it's-
lost cause.
Oblivion.
He's been a lost cause
just
since I've
weird.
known him.
Oblivion's connected to the underworld, so the underworld exists, which means that there's
I think we just leave him
God.
be.
abilities. So
He'll get
hell
through it
also
eventually.
moved into the
And I
underworld.
try and start dragging him away.
I mean, if you
I
have
would-
questions, I would love to explain what I've learned.
I would love to see that man in my class.
You know what? Before Alana can leave, he's like, "Wait, I do have a question to ask you before you go off. I technically have to ask your whoever the flesh man.
Sorry.
Cornelius.
I have a job, and I wanted to know if you wanted to help.
Oh.
Oh.
Might be fun. From the big
I
man
drop-
himself.
I drop Henry.
Are demons a thing?
Yes.
Actually,
They
that
are?
would not be- I would say that's not really a well-known thing. You would need to
Oh,
make me
right,
an
that's
occult roll
right.
to know whether or not they're real.
Okay, fine.
With how old I am, could I see if I know if the demons are real?
Actually, being old would not help you, weirdly.
Oh, okay.
Is there a level of occult
Now, I will be honest.
that
my
your character would have to have?
I'm gonna be honest. Y'all can just roll me an intelligence roll, but you're gonna have to beat like a 6.
Intelligence
character-
plus occult?
Yeah.
I would like to be
Intelligence
very
roll.
specific with this real quick. My character did not scream that. He just went, wait, underworld. Demons? Wait, hell? Wait, does demons do demons exist then?
Kai,
don't
may
know.
I-
Whole vampire vibe right now.
Hey, Kai, can I
Yes.
instead of doing occult, could I instead try? Because I'm connected to the Oblivion, and that's where some demons live, right?
It's complicated.
Is there a way I can use a
What's the difficulty, by the way?
6?
6.
Yes.
Alright, let's
you know
see.
What, you know
Oh,
what?
it's
Actually,
not
no. I'm not even gonna attempt.
I'm gonna re-roll the failures, fuck it.
I don't have enough dice for
You're gonna
that
need to spend
work.
willpower for that.
And it's just, what, one superficial willpower, right?
Yes.
And I'm at
Ah!
hunger, so...
Still
No,
failed, but it's
jack
not a
shit.
total it's still not a full success, but I got some successes, so I'm happy.
You can also rouse the blood to add extra dice.
That's... Oh, shit, thank you. I forgot about
So-
that. I'll just add one
I'm
more.
not even gonna try it. I don't
So
see
if
a point
demons
in it.
are potential angels? Wait a minute. Heaven.
I
Yes, heaven.
got...
No, when he says heaven, not even
Okay,
need to roll.
so you have
Oliver would look at him and go,
successfully roused the blood, which I believe, in your case, since you have 2 blood potency, means that you may add 2 dice.
Ooh.
You would like to roll that again.
Yeah.
and to be clear, hunger dice are just added to all rolls.
Oh.
Yes.
The ones that it specifically
The
says not.
put in the normal dice pool you have, and then put in the hunger you have. It'll automatically replace it correctly.
when
I just rolled.
when Henry with the Y, when he
Okay.
said, "Are angels is God real?" I looked at him and went, "Yes."
Only got
I
4
don't-
successes.
Okay, yeah, 4 is not
6
enough.
successes with a messy critical.
Okay,
Dang.
6 successes with the messy crit. I'm going to address that in a moment. Is there anyone else who would like to roll?
I'm good.
I'm just like, I have no fucking idea.
Okay, so with 6 successes and a messy critical, I will say this is still this is knowledge that scratches the barest minimum surface. But you did once meet while you were traveling in the areas you used to go, you did once meet a person that claimed to worship a demon. And you figured, like, oh, this is just some blood cult nonsense, but you came to this room which had this strange mirror in it. And as you approached the mirror, there was this resonating aura off of it, deeper and more evil than anything you had faced before. You didn't know how you knew this, but you simply knew that this was the antithesis of humanity. You could nearly feel yourself succumbing to your beast as you stood next to it. And even just the memory threatens to stain you again.
Henry, or oh god, there's so many Henrys, it's bleeding into my brain.
There are two.
My boy just says, Henry, demons are real. If we
What?
if we have been understating how dangerous a Lupin is, if you feel the pull of one of those creatures, do not be there. I have glimpsed what I believe is a fraction of one, potentially. And as someone who does blood magic, which is not necessarily bad, but still can edge on that, you do not want to meet one of those creatures. It will drive your beast into nearly a frenzy just by
Henri-
being near you.
Henry, while on the floor, does because he's laying back on the ground floor as he looks up at the ceiling. He does the roll up, like where he does like a crunch where he gets up, and then he goes back down and does a roll to where he's on his feet, and he's like still in the squatting position. He goes, "Demon's bad, understandable."
Who would have thought?
And
They
then
are
both.
the antithesis to humanity.
All right.
And we are, though many would not like to admit it,
Humanity.
still at least in human bodies. And
We're
with
about
human
middle.
minds.
I thought I said we're about middle ground.
I wouldn't
No.
have thought for a singular second a demon would be the antithesis of humanity.
Alana and
He does like a
Oliver
dumbfounded
immediately
face.
See the
And
switch
like sarcasm.
flip again to where he's no longer in his absolute deep dive, and he goes, and he stands back up. That ceiling's really weird, by the way.
Hey,
Gotta hate you.
very strange setup, but
Why do you
interesting to look at it.
Gotta
You
hate
know
you.
like how some old houses have like tiled designs on the ceiling?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Oh.
Ow.
What is it, El? We were talking about how could I what?
Hmm?
Ignore
Oh.
just do not repeat anything. It will go back into that, and we don't want that.
Yeah. Anyways, Mr. Carron, what were you talking about earlier?
I'll give you the full details later, but I might need your help. I'm gonna have to ask your donor.
Sire.
Please don't call him that.
That's an interesting phrase. Donor.
To, if
You
any,
do know
if
it's
the-
higher, right? Ebenezer says.
Yeah, it's just funnier.
I don't think you want to get funny in front of him. Or try and do funny in front of him.
Oh, no,
Oh, wait a minute! I think I get why it's called donor.
I only do it to get on Alana's nerves. That's the only reason. I don't do it to
Well,
get on his nerves.
That's pretty funny, actually. That term with the whole aspect.
You
of
don't
how-
use it. Do
I
not
won't.
use it.
No, I won't. I
Mr.
won't.
Mr. Carron, I'm just glad, technically, even though I didn't want to use that name, but use the name that I actually chose.
You cut out a little bit. I'm gonna need you to repeat that one. I'm sorry.
She said she is happy that at least you used the name that she, even though it was forced on her, she chose.
He said, just for clarification, he says Alana in public, and when there's less people, he will say Leilani. Did I say that right?
Leilani.
God dang it! Leilani. Okay, I'm gonna have to like write that out somewhere so I can remember. But yeah, I'll get you. Nicholas, if you want in on this as well, I could definitely use the help.
For doing this, I'm dragging Henry along.
I figured.
What
That-
exactly
You
better not be
are you
pointing at
asking
me.
Essentially,
Oh,
I'll owe
look like
you a
I'm
favor.
pointing at you.
You're drunk. You're pointing in between us.
Hold on, Elena.
Hmm?
I'm trying to ask him something.
Oh.
Oliver, what were you saying?
Hmm. Basically, I could use the help, and I don't want to be the only. I don't want to be the only person on this little ragtag
With
team
who?
who's. It's just the big man asked me to do something, and it'd be easier to do with people. I'll fill you in later. It's a party. I don't want to get anyone stifled down. I'll owe you a big favor.
I am a very careful person. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you saying you want me to kill with you?
Nothing like that just yet.
I give you a look.
I said yet.
Is it
Like
a
I
living
said.
person or is it a dead person?
Again, I'll fill you in on the specifics later.
Actually, my boy looks over and he says,
Odd.
that one doesn't matter as much to me.
Why am I
Are you guys gonna talk about this not next to all of us? Are you guys gonna talk about this not next to all of us? You hear
If I
Derek say?
I'm gonna look at Derek like, have I said anyone's name? Have I said anything except be very
Go,
vague
grab
about
what
what I've done?
you need and leave. Just fucking grab what you need.
We're at a party. I'm not just gonna leave. I'm just asking
Oh
for
my
help
god,
later.
who do you need? Who do you need? He says, turning around and just flailing his arms. I just want to drink in peace.
Then go fucking drink in peace.
You guys are at my table.
It's my table now, actually.
You
I don't
said
know. You
my
did you
Fritz
not
business.
enjoy the
Just go
show
take care
earlier?
You said this is private Fritz business. Just go take care of it.
Later.
You know what? No, I'm
No?
deciding
Sure.
now. You.
No. This fellow wants us to leave in peace. Oliver is
Fair.
business
I got it.
we need
Mm,
now
Not
to
right
discuss.
now. Not right now. It's New Year's. This can be handled later. Like I said, I just
perhaps-
wanted to ask.
We should at least go to a separate table than the group.
Fair. Besides, I keep telling the boss to build a playground for these kids. You know, he says that as he gets up to
27.
leave.
I'm 27, Derek.
Wow.
I'll do 29 technically.
I'm like here, real quick.
Kids.
Aw,
The one
that's
bundled
sad.
up, right? Was the one that, under their breath said I was an assassin, right?
Yes.
Are they still at the table?
Yeah, they're still there.
My character, like,
They haven't
like
written anything.
as this happens, my character, like, excuse me.
Their pupilless eye looks up at you.
You knew what I was before I even introduced myself. How'd you do that?
I can smell it on you.
So everything has a unique scent.
To certain
Okay.
people, yeah.
I grab Henry and I start backing away, and I'm just like, Derek, if you want later, I can give you a private show.
You know, you have a rather sweet smell, she says, staring at Henry with an eye.
I am dragging him away.
He said she's talking about Henry with an eye. With that.
Yes, you.
Oh.
I look at Ebenezer. He's like, I don't want to go to this, and he's like, and I guarantee you, Ebenezer's like, pulls down his glasses. You're gonna go. Damn it.
Henry's being me.
Ebenezer
being-
just says, yeah, he smells weird, alright. Come on, let's go.
No,
I'm being
I
dragged
don't
away.
wanna.
I'm being dragged away, and I just go,
Fine.
wait a minute.
But
I wasn't gonna flip the switch. I promise. I was just curious.
yeah, right, sure, uh-huh. Anyways, Derek, just call me when you want the private show, okay?
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I set the, before I leave, I just set the glass that I've been holding on that was like Alana's on the table of where we were, and then I go follow them. Since she still is wearing my jacket and also other stuff, but yeah.
When Oliver gets the chance, he's gonna go find Dent and ask the Cornelius. That's his name? Cornelius Dent, right?
Cornelius Dent.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna ask to borrow Alana.
Yeah.
I will
Alright.
acquire Alana.
I will acquire Black
Not like that,
Spider-Man.
Jesus Christ.
Just like the Russian badge will acquire Black Spider-Man. Oh, God.
I hate all of you for that.
Anyways,
Okay.
so you move over to this. He has actually gone upstairs by now and is talking with some of the higher ups of the group, which is an area you're allowed into as he turns to address you. Oh, is there something you need? His face kind of like his jaw moves in the way that would suggest how the words do, but his voice projects out without any lips. It's kind of freaky.
Freaky.
How used to this would I be?
Ready?
I'm not gonna say anything. It's like, I mean, you don't have to sound so mean about it, Cornelius. It's not that bad, right? I'm not that bad.
The eyeless sockets stare at you.
Alright, maybe I am that bad. That's actually a good point. Oh, sorry, I'm getting off track. It's a party, and I don't want to take away. I know I'm I'm not like the last person you would want to see, but I'm not the first
Get
either.
to the point.
I was hoping I could borrow your little kid.
No, he's Samitsi, so he actually wouldn't be that rude. He'd just go, if you don't mind, I do need to get back to my festivities in a moment. Please get to the point. And then you say that, and he thinks, what was your question again? Sorry.
I was like, can I borrow your kid?
For what
you know,
purpose?
Alana, can I borrow her?
For what purpose?
The boss gave me a little job to do after New Year's is resolved and whatnot. I have a job to do. And because of her priors, let's just say, she might be uniquely suited to helping me with the business. It won't be long, hopefully.
You
Nothing
may borrow
terrible,
her
I
for as long as
promise.
needed. Just make sure to return her in one piece.
No problem.
Or if you do return her
have
in multiple pieces, at least give me the other pieces so I can sew them back on.
Oh God.
Right. I forget that you guys can just do that.
Technically not, but it'll at least be there.
True. Yeah, well, thank you, Cornelius. You have a happy new year. And he's gonna leave.
You as well. Should be midnight soon.
Man, I hate, like, under his breath, like, as soon as he's away from him, far enough away that he knows he won't hear him, he's like, God, I hate him.
Brave to do in a house with so many people with Auspex.
I know, right?
Let's be fair. Most people don't really get Samitsi culture.
That's true. Samitsi are very weird.
So
Yes,
L. Ooh, my bad. Continue.
No, you're good, go ahead.
So L, why'd you pull me away? Like, I could have walked, and could you let go? Because this is hurting my wrist.
Pulled you away because my friend over there was getting a little weird.
Heated, as they would say.
We're all weird.
I didn't.
You got back quick.
I didn't think anything weird of it. I just asked a question, and
I don't think it was due to your question. It was due to prior things.
So, anyways,
cool. Could I have my arm back?
she looks at her hand holding your arm. Oh, this right here?
Shakes arm. Tries to shake arm with your hand holding my arm. Yes, I mean this.
She's slightly nibbling on your arm. Sorry, I just imagined that. I found that funny.
No.
Not like vampire biting, just nibbling.
No, she's not doing that. She's like,
Yes.
No.
I think this arm belongs to me now.
Tastes.
How?
Tastes
How does it
almost
belong to you?
human.
Nicholas, who had followed because he was told to basically fuck off by that guy earlier, just says, I don't remember you dating anyone. So yeah, how is that, quote, yours? He says.
See? That's a very logical, reasonable response.
Look, the arm and the hand are very nice looking, okay?
God, you sound like the rest of my family.
Don't, hun, I'll be 100%.
Look, sir, I don't have the appropriate answer.
Suspicious.
I'm drunk, I don't have an appropriate answer.
That's the clearest thing you've
wait,
said so far.
Very clear.
If Oliver at any point gets back to that and he hears, it's like, oh, the two of you are dating now.
What?
No.
No.
What?
What? No.
No, these are
Anyway.
just
It's
the
not very
actions of a
sure.
drunk woman, like, to put it best.
Still there.
I will point out that I very much hope that you are prescient when you wake up next night, not drunk, so that you know I'm judging.
Look,
Oh,
look.
damn, dude.
Look,
That cut
Mr.
deep,
Beck.
and I'm not even the one you were talking to.
Professor Beck. No judging.
This ain't Professor Beck talking to you. This is Nicholas.
Like, do you teach at, like,
Um,
the college?
Yeah, he
Yes,
teaches
liberal arts.
history.
Really?
I was in one of his classes.
What do you teach?
History.
It's
T, could you let me answer for myself?
No.
Well, I guess that's it then. Ain't ever gonna answer anyone for myself.
So, you teach
Oh,
like a
good.
specific time period in history?
I teach.
Yeah, that switch is
generally-
slowly starting to be flicked.
I teach a subject that is specifically how the how people took care of themselves, basically, over time throughout American history.
So is it
Wow.
kind of like the nearly almost like the hygiene of humans as they've evolved throughout the years?
More like,
What?
you know how a household would have had different appliances 100 years ago versus now?
Yes.
Lifestyle.
It's
more
that
like-
kind of stuff. Lifestyle.
Oh, material objects based on what humans believe.
And
should be.
before you ask, because I know I see it in your eyes as you're looking at me, in order to learn more, I must say you have to join my class.
That's how he gets you, Hen.
I want to ace the fuck out of that class.
He's good on most of the parts.
Alright.
It's just before.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and says, I hope you do.
Hey, actually,
Fail
real
him.
quick, Rees, now that you're mentioning your class and talking about it in front of, and with Henri with an eye still in sight, would you like to give me a, let's call it, intelligence academics role? And you can apply your specialty, because we're kind of like, no, give me a leadership academics role.
Yeah, because Henry
Or-
was gonna say he was
So
right about
basically,
everything.
You remember that guy being in the back of your class.
He was
for a
right
little
about
bit.
everything after when the Cowboys showed up. Not the entire frontier, but when the normal known Wild West showed up. He's got everything
Yeah.
past that perfect. Everything
I'm
before
saying-
that's a little iffy.
Yeah, Reese,
Two
you want to give me a
successes.
roll on?
2 successes.
He said,
That's enough that you might have a vague memory of some biker-looking dude in the back of your class.
That was Henry saying that out loud, by the way.
Hmm?
I've been in your class before. You were somewhat correct, at least on the stuff
The boy
before
just
you.
squints and he's like, "Have you?"
Yeah, only for like 3 days, and mostly just the stuff that I was there for. And then once I saw that you were perfect on everything past a certain point, I was like, yeah, that's good enough.
Boy just like does that fist into open palm, like, I got it, and just says, "Right, you were the creepy biker that just showed up and leered lightly at people."
Mm.
You leer? Who leers
Oh, that was a
anymore?
Pokemon move. I didn't know there was an actual thing that happened.
Why the hell did you think it wasn't a word to begin with?
Oh, I knew it was a word. I just never cared to look up the definition of it.
I was more leering at you
Oliver's
anyways,
gonna
Nicholas.
turn and look at Henry.
Yeah, but don't
Oliver's
think
gonna-
I didn't.
Oliver's
check.
gonna look.
Don't think I didn't see
Sorry.
the looks you occasionally gave some of my students, which honestly, don't blame you. You're a vampire. I'm a vampire. We all get it.
Were they
Aw.
hungry look?
How old
Were
are
you
the
looking
kids
at them
actually? Because I might
hungrily?
not get it.
It's college.
Oh, that's fine.
That stuff's unconscious. I'd rather not, but it fucking happens, and I hate that.
Well, at least I can agree with you on that. You know?
Meh.
It is quite annoying when you want to just look at someone normal and then you give them that look and they, I'll
Freak
be
out.
honest, sometimes they misconstrue it. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse.
Well, I got one that I can do that with without her thinking anything, but that's a different thing.
Well,
That actually has
blink.
that makes me curious. He looks at Henry with a Y, and is like, "Have you ever fed on anyone? You're fresh."
oh yeah.
He likely has. You
I'll be
said
very
you're
honest with you.
Few days.
2 days.
Two.
I had a I regained consciousness. I'll tell you the exact thing, the exact story. Got out of the crash, absolutely head pounding. I saw red. Everything was red, and I kind of just heard a voice, just growling and clawing. Like I heard clawing and a lot of growling, and I felt really hungry, so I kind of just went to the nearest town.
He was in a hunger
Assume
frenzy.
that-
I don't think I ate humans.
Oh,
What?
He's a Banu Hakim, that makes sense.
hold on. What did
Shoot
you
a
eat?
dog.
Like my character's like thinking, cause
Sorry. Continue.
Cause now that I remember, I thought their eyes were red because I was seeing red.
Interesting.
Wait, did you eat
Oh,
another vamp?
I fed on 4 vampires.
No, you didn't feed on
Oh.
4 vampires.
Sorry, it feels like 4. It filled me up like it was 4.
One of them was
One.
probably fat. But yeah, that
I don't know how to
tracks.
take this information.
My boy
Here's
just
why
Aw.
puts
there's
a
a
hand
quick
out.
approach. I was about to say there's a bit of a quick approach as Dustin gets over and goes, I'm going to clarify for everyone. He did not diablerize anyone.
I mean, I didn't
Aw.
think so.
Yeah, he would have been
To
blood hunted by
be
now.
Fair, in the War of Silence, there was probably maybe a little bit of that shit going on. Anyways.
Yeah, but it was legal. It was legal kind of
To
thing.
be
He came
fair,
in.
the poor boy was just turned, and if he had done that,
He was in a hunger frenzy.
everyone in this place would have noticed.
And also, he
He
probably would
was-
have been called a blood hunt on, but that's
He was
beside the
newly
point.
turned. He appeared to have attacked some of the anarchs out in the woods.
Ah, okay,
At
then never
least he got
mind.
the right people.
Oh.
I could have
Alright.
swore it was a town, though.
When you're in a
It
frenzy,
was
you
at
can't
the
really
edge of
tell.
town.
Oh,
Frenzies are
Fresh-
weird.
It is hard to remember much of anything after you've left a frenzy.
fair. All right.
The
I'll
fact
keep-
you can at
I'll-
least remember it
I'll
was out
keep
near a
trying.
town is a astonishing fact, to be a matter of fact.
That's it though. Everything else is
I was just curious.
very
Usually,
I didn't
after a
know.
frenzy, all I remember is the feeling of hunger and rage,
Yeah, that's pretty factual.
and a little bit of a
Okay.
sex drive, actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
did not
I
need to
don't
know
know
that.
I felt
Again,
full.
that
I have many misgivings with how open you are with that stuff.
What was that thing you were going on about, Carron?
about what?
What you brought?
Oh,
What? Whatever.
Oh, like I said, wait, do you want in Fairkeep?
I would rather not, but he looks at goddamn it, I forget Ebenezer, and he said, and I guarantee you he's looking at him like, I'm probably gonna have to anyways.
Sure, I'll take the help. I'll tell you, the big man gave me a job. There's an alchemist out somewhere, Thin Blood or whatever, who's causing some problems, and we just have to deal with it. Like I said, it's not a big deal. He asked me to deal with it and said I could round up whoever I needed. Apparently, he's dealing drugs to some people.
Oh, that's why you wanted me.
Yes, that would be the one.
Hmm.
And I guess Henry, you're just gonna Henry with a Y, kid. You know what? I'm just gonna call you kid from now on.
Is this person...
It does not change anything. You've always called me that.
Is the person you're looking for someone that would deal in blood, potentially? Because I have a few connections. I might be able to track them down.
Nah, the boss man didn't say anything about that. It might be possible.
Hmm.
We don't have a he didn't have a name, so it's gonna take a little while to figure it out. I just figured. I think Nicholas, you always like to have favors in your back pocket. I know. Alana, I figured you want to get as far away from your sire as possible. Henry needs the experience, and other Henry is
Also here.
Mr. Carron. I walk over to him.
Oh, she let go.
The jacket, kind of almost falling off my shoulders as I put.
I did zip it up. It's just super loose
Okay.
because of how big and wide he is. It does flap around, but it's just not like open.
I put my arms or my hands on your arms, and I'm just like, Carron,
Mm,
and you keep
yeah. Can I keep?
over a week.
Probably. He said as long as necessary. It's gonna take a while.
There is actual hope in her eyes.
We've got to do something about your whole situation.
That you can't.
I can't believe she actually let go of my arm. That's crazy.
Welcome to vampire stuff.
Wait, wait. What? I'm guessing I wouldn't know about the blood bond thing with Elena, or does she complain about that when she's away from her sire?
It's something you could probably just assume, given.
She can't. Not with him especially,
I know.
anyways.
Hey, I'm actually curious. How well known is my Sabat background?
It is not something that is mentioned.
I
As
have
much as you have it be known, but generally the prince disencourages talking about it.
It's like when Fairkeep says that, Henry's like, "Don't worry, I know."
Okay.
Believe it or not, there might be things that can be done about it.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
All of this is going right.
It just means that he will
Just
not be happy regardless.
Keep me away from him for like a week, maybe two, to be on the safe side.
Well, we'll see how
I'll be
quickly
honest
this
with you.
goes.
I'll be honest with you, it's probably going to take about a month to find this guy, so you have 4 weeks at best.
In this town? How fucking slow are you?
Do you know how many drug dealers there are?
There's a lot of drug dealers. I know a couple, but I have my one guy. He
I
might be
mean,
city.
to be fair, could just start making them go away until there's not a lot left in the city.
Wait, no
Probably
one
hit the
can
right
touch mine, though.
Absolutely not! You hear Ebenezer scream in the background.
Yeah, the
You
wood.
cannot
As-
touch mine! Mine is untouchable!
He said drugs, not
Thank you.
body trade, and you know that.
It's
I've
not.
invested. I have a wide portfolio. Ebenezer scream.
The drugs are the lowest, and you know that.
I like to think
They're
that they're
still
actually
there.
yelling across the room.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Shakes his head and says, "Don't worry, I ain't really suggesting that. I lived in Chicago for a while. I know that ain't feasible."
It's
Yeah.
not okay. It's not as hard to track down someone here as it is in Chicago. I'll give you that much.
and we also
No.
seem to have a bunch of connections to the drug trade, anyways.
Oh no, you don't understand. The difference
It's massive.
between here
It's
and
Chicago.
there is the amount.
I know.
Again, want to reiterate for the 100th time, and probably not the last one, no one touches my drug dealer!
We got
I
it.
don't care about your drug
We
dealer.
got
Isn't a
it.
vampire.
You know, I can see what you mean about that, like, hunger look now.
Yeah.
Okay, until
Because
you
it
get
is
that.
very apparent on L.
I think it's more
Now
of a
that we
different
mention
kind of
that.
hunger.
I'm pretty sure that's just pure rage.
Oh,
No, I don't think that's
I've
pure rage.
seen-
I've
I've
seen her
seen
when she's
true-
mad. I don't think that's pure rage.
I've also seen a vampire's true rage before. It is not that.
Oh, believe me, I've seen a fury. That.
Mm-mm.
Out of character, her drug dealer is one of her touchstones. That's the reason why she's acting like that.
Yeah.
although,
Nicholas
like,
can figure that by the reaction, honestly.
Oliver's not interested in killing humans when, not when he has to. Oh no, sorry, not when he doesn't have to.
But yeah, sounds very interesting.
Well, like I said, we'll get into bigger specifics later. It's a party after all. It's New Year's. We have to celebrate the new year.
Speaking of which, we
I
have
mean-
like 15 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, it is actually getting later in the evening.
My boy chuckles and says, "Well, I ain't gonna kiss most of you."
I'm good.
Absolutely not.
I'm good,
Don't even
bro.
think about it.
Don't even get close to me, bro.
I mean,
I point at Leilani and Henri. You two can.
Huh?
5, 4,
What?
3,
What? Hold on, we can't
2,
just glance over
1.
that.
I grab so I grab Henry with a Y, Henry Roberts' face, and I just plant a smooch on him.
Ah,
And then Henri snaps his fingers. There we go.
This is
After
going
the-
to be the worst year of my life.
after the kiss, Henry takes a step back. All right, just to let you know, that's the first kiss I've ever had. I'm sorry if it was terrible. It happens.
Does he just faint afterwards?
You know, he goes, you know what? It happens. And you know, as much as I dislike my parents, they were right. The kiss is always terrible at first, but always leaves a pleasant
Wait,
aftertaste.
which Henry did you say?
The why.
Why? I don't
You know,
think the.
I don't think I'm mentally stable for this. And he passes out. He literally falls backwards.
There we go.
Let him. Before
Saw that
anyone-
coming.
I just want to. Oliver make sure that no one catches.
So
Kidding.
I am gonna take a
Probably.
pause here. Because this feels like, we're getting towards the natural conclusion of things, and ask if everyone wants to keep going or feels like they got the proper feel for what we're doing and how things are going.
I think I got a proper feel. I do.
I'm good for whatever.
Okay.
I
Same
am
here.
good to continue, but this is, in fact, a good stopping point if everyone else wants to.
Yep,
this
sounds
is-
good to
I
me.
know. Well, no matter what, I need to go to the bathroom, and if we're going to continue, and if we're not going to continue, I still want to do a brief scene afterwards.
Well, let's
Yeah.
end and you have that small scene, and then we'll end it off.
I'm gonna go piss, and then we'll
Alright.
do that scene. They really
guys. I will be right back.
I
ladies and gents,
Well,
Well,
no,
one-
no,
no,
no.
it's not a
Wait,
goodbye
I-
yet.
It's not a buy yet.
No, I know it's not. Anyways, the audience members, I would like to clarify. I am so sorry that Fates has not been out. I am dealing with actual world, and I haven't found a good time to start it back up again. Also, one of our players went to Italy, so
Wait.
couldn't be here during a important moment with all the players need to be here. However, hopefully next week or this coming Friday, whichever video this is posted, the next Fates should be happening.
So next Saturday it should be out.
Expect next
Cat
weekend
wins.
Oh.
to
School
have it up. And it's gonna be a juicer. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be ice cold.
It might be a two-parter.
A lot of them are 2-parters.
It might. It's
All of them
it's
are
more
two-parters.
likely. Shut up. All right, I tried my best.
No, somebody says, how do I get into Power Rangers Fate? Watch every single thing after part 1. Even Vampire the Masquerade, yes, you'll get a lot of context through everything. So I need to watch everything past episode 1, yes. Really? Yes.
If it's on the channel, watch it.
Can I not skip? No.
No. Otherwise, you'll be lost. You're
And
back.
I am going to finish up with a quick scene that actually moves away from you guys. And we instead are seeing the outside of a kind of run-down apartment building. A car is parked out in the driveway as somebody nervously looks from side to side before we zoom in and see that the person inside is Louise. She pulls out a wad of cash, counting up each individual bill, mumbling under her breath before she finally reaches 480 and then takes out the 20 that she was given earlier and puts it on top. Finally at 500 as she stands up, putting it into an envelope.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Buying drugs.
Oh, you better be glad that Oliver don't know about this.
She approaches the building and knocks on the door, where a kind of disinterested looking guy opens it up, looking down at her before turning around and saying, "Hey, she's here!" We see this scene from the back. We see this scene as she walks in, almost got kind of an angle.
Third person
Only
point
the
of view.
man- Yeah, only the man's arm is visible, and still that's under a heavy coat. As she just sits down and says, 500. I've got it this time. Putting it down. And the man smiles at her and says, "Oh, boy howdy. Thank you. Trust me, this is money well spent. I already know how it works. Just listen, you hand it over, we're all good." Of course. She's handed these 8 vials. She's handed 8 vials of a substance, and she just goes, "Is this the good stuff? Crop or elevate? Trust me, you're gonna feel like you're over the moon and have enough dexterity to outrun a cat." A cat's particularly known for running fast? You know what I mean, he says with a shrug. Okay. And there's enough money in there to clear up what I owed you from last time. He counts it up. There isn't. No, it's 200 for this, 300 for what I owed. Yeah, you're not counting for interest. What? Yeah, interest. 200%. Every day, 200% every week I don't get paid. We never agreed to that. Oh yeah, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Now, come on. You owe me 600. This only covers half. Do the rest. Good girl. Now go enjoy your evening. Oh, and, if you see your boyfriend, let me know. She grits her teeth and heads out. Hey, J-boy, the disinterested one says, approaching him. Think people might be catching on to your trail. Don't worry, I'm moving out of town next. Don't worry, I'm at least moving to the outskirts tomorrow. Alright, sir. Oh, and, they got our guy. Wait, they what? Yeah, he's not, like, around right now. What do you mean? We looked on the edge of town and there was this crash site. All sorts of fires. Great. That's our line to Portland gone. We're gonna need to get where we're getting from here and get the fuck out as soon as possible. Boss, this doesn't even really seem that important. I mean, is it really that? It is very important we find these. Other people have them. Yeah, and do you know who else does? Fine. Just don't get yourself killed, boss. Too late for that. Oh, very funny. And that's what we're gonna call it for the evening.
Woo!
Huh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Luis is about to get in trouble.
The first
You have
proper
no idea what you've done.
Well, everyone, send off.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the first proper taste of Vampire the Masquerade. This was Session 0, the prelude to the Frostbitten campaign. And next week, we will start up with Chapter 1, River of Blood. Well, not next week. The next time we have a session.
I hope it's his blood that will be
Peace
filling the
out.
river.
Bye bye, everyone.
Oh!